Is that better? Yeah, now we're picking up sound. Hello! How are people doing today? Alrighty. Hi, Malachite. So basically, I got my second dose yesterday, and I'm feeling. No, yeah, I didn't have my mic plugged in, or my headphones plugged in at all, actually. um, no, I got my second dose yesterday, and I'm pretty out of it today, so I want to try and find all the sneakies, but I'm not. I'm not setting myself up too high. What do I need to do? I need to switch that, and then I need to switch there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I did not know what was happening at first. So we're at 518, 114 plus 2. Um, and then my green screen made me into a ghost for the last bit of it. So that was fun. But no, it's a real relief to get that out of the way. Alrighty, let's go. Are we going? Maybe. Okay. Yeah. So we got it open. Oh, the numbers went away. Um, I think Terrea told me I did it in like 5 minutes ish. Like 5 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. I don't actually remember. Okay. Let's start by getting this video and let's see how long I have to watch paint dry or something. Ugh. I just have like so much instinct just making this run back towards the record player. Did it so many times. Oh wait. I went the wrong way, didn't I? How do I get into the theater room? It's this way, right? You're about to watch my favorite one. Yes, I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I will watch all of it. I may turn it on and then like speed through it. But we'll give it a go. Okay. So it was give. Down around the outside. Was it this? No, hang on. I did take a photo. What was it actually? Okay. Oh, I went up the wrong side. Okay. And then down here. A scheme by Professor Moriarty, The Secret of Psalm 46. Well, this feels like it's more likely to be an actual, like, interesting thing.
How many of you here have personally witnessed a total eclipse of the sun? To stand one day in the shadow of the moon is one of my humble goals in life. The closest I ever came was over 30 years ago. On February 26th, 1979, a solar eclipse passed directly over the city of
Oops.
Portland. I bought my bus tickets and found a place to stay, but in the end, I couldn't get the time off work. Well, anyone who lives in Portland can tell you that the chances of catching the sun in February are pretty slim. And sure enough, the skies over the city that day were completely overcast.
Is this the only visual?
Seen a thing. That work I couldn't get out of was my first job.
I'm still listening.
A sales clerk.
Oh, I can't really hear him.
Upon which was printed the legend TRS-80. It was our floor sample of the world's first mass-market microcomputer. The TRS-80 Model 1 had a Z80 processor clocked at 1.7 MHz, 4,096 bytes of memory, and a 64-character black and white text display.
Where do I go?
The only storage
Hi,
was
Michelle.
a cassette recorder. All this could be yours for the low, low price of $599. The store I was working in had seen better days. At one time, it had been near the center of a thriving commercial district.
Is there...
But like so many other New England cities, the advent of shopping malls had, by the early 70s, turned it into a ghost town. Worcester's solution to this problem was decisive, to say the least. The city's elders apparently decided that if they couldn't beat them, they would join them. And so, several square blocks at the heart of the city were bulldozed into oblivion, destroying dozens of family businesses, including the site of a pharmacy once operated by my great-grandfather.
Oh, is it moving?
In their place was
Because,
erected
like,
a
this
vast
is what
three-level
snapped me to
shopping
be.
complex with cinemas and a food court. The old Worcester remained standing.
Oh my god,
My
it's
Radio
so
Shack
long.
was in one of those blocks. Then, to add insult to injury, Radio Shack opened
it's
a
not a
brand
circle
new
anymore.
location inside the shopping center, less than 500 feet from my store.
It's got a chunk.
So now, patrons had a choice between a clean, well-lighted establishment with uniformed
No worries,
security
Michelle. I
and
appreciate
acres of
the
convenient
drive-by.
parking, or a shadowy hole in a seedy old office building next to an adult movie theater. Consequently, I had plenty of time to fool around with the new computer. I taught myself basic programming. Then I learned Z80 assembly. Both, of course, so that I could write games. I also created self-running animated demos, which ran all night in the store window for the edification of the winos who peed in our doorway. Strangely enough, the few customers we had didn't seem to be interested in our new computer, even after the 16K memory upgrade. In fact, most of the people who set off the buzzer on their way through the front door weren't there to buy anything at all. They were there to exploit a free promotion, which was the bane of Radio Shack employees for over 40 years. The Battery of the Month Club. The idea of this promotion was simple. Customers got a little red card upon which was printed a square for each month. 12 times a year, the lucky sales clerk got to punch out a square and give the customer one brand new AAA, AA, C, D, or 9-volt battery. Of course, customers weren't allowed to choose just any grade of battery. At the time of my employment, Radio Shack offered 3 different levels of battery excellence. First were the alkalines, powerful, long-lasting, and expensive, hanging behind the counter like prescription medication in gold-embossed blister packs. These were most certainly not available through the Battery of the Month Club.
I should scan
Next
through
were
the
the
movie.
high-end lead batteries, sturdy, dependable batteries, moderately priced, and prominently displayed near the front of the store. These were also not available through the Battery of the Month Club. Finally, at the bottom of the barrel were the standard lead batteries.
Oh. So it's just a moon moving. And it's a full star there.
Forbear to dig the dust enclosed here.
I'm
Blessed
just
be the man who
curious.
spared
Do I need that like little half circle for
be he that moves my bones. Every year, 3 million pilgrims arrive from every nation on earth to approach this stone and consider the likeness of a man whose body of work can only be described as awesome.
does this little
By contrast, the right side
semicircle
of the altar
end
is dark and featureless.
this thing?
Nobody of any consequence is buried there. The only point of interest is a wooden case of simple
I'd feel like it
design
would need to be.
carved of dark oak. Inside the case,
Oh man,
sealed
welcome!
beneath a thick sheet of glass,
Thank you for the
lies a
raid,
large
Gracie.
open book. A
Hi.
plaque on the case identifies this book as a first
Oh my God, it's the
edition of
eclipse
King
again.
James Bible,
Shaggy,
published in 1611,
welcome.
when Shakespeare
Uh,
was 14.
yes, thank you, Holman. Hi everyone. Shaggy,
Also
I
those
didn't
that
catch your
innocently
stream
glance at the
yesterday.
book,
Did you actually
read the
finish it
comment,
properly?
and move along. A few, more observant, note that the Bible happens to be opened
Oh,
to a
Gracie,
page
thank
in the
you.
Old
That's very
Testament.
kind. You did? Oh, excellent. Good for you. Shaggy is getting PTSD from this being the eclipse thing. How long is this? This feels real long. I don't know if I want to do this on a stream. Then we did this, yeah. Okay. Like, shut up. I can tell you it's an hour long. Oh no. Oh, that's the ending at the very, very end, isn't it?
High in the south, cast the shadow of the cross.
55 to 65 minutes. Ugh, I don't know if I want to do that on a
From
stream.
his pocket a bar magnet. He turned the magnet.
We all had
so
snacks
that
and watched
North
together.
Pole was facing south, and buried it.
Oh, that's my ending, isn't it? Right there. Gracie fell
3
asleep.
years later, a few hours before the publication of his first
Alexi
book,
Niz, thank
the man
you. That's very
returned to
kind of
that
you. I
hillside,
appreciate it.
this time in the dead of night. He used a compass
Oh,
to locate
hello.
the magnet.
I'm not familiar with your
In that
username,
same
but
place,
oh,
he dug a hole in
Michelle,
the
thank
ground
you as well.
and
That's
placed
also so
inside
kind.
a ceramic container
Alexi, I'm not
inscribed
familiar with your
with the
username. Have you
following
been around
words:
for a while and I've just missed you?
I am the keeper of the jewel of
That's probably the
masquerade,
ending.
which lies
Oh
waiting
boy.
safe inside me for you
Okay.
or
I
eternity.
wanna ask you guys as viewers. Michelle, I know you probably have to run, but is this something you want to see for an hour? Halman? Or should I go do other stuff? Michelle, you'd stay. Melitate's also saying yes. Like, I mean, I'm down to do this, but I'm also no, I don't want that. I want. How do I? Rawr. I don't mind staying if you're ready for. I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that they're in for a long haul. I might have to leave unexpectedly, so I'll stay in. I'll put it up, and I don't know. We'll just chat. Well, let's see. Michelle has to leave soon. Malachite wants to see this. Alexi doesn't mind. Shaggy might have to leave early. And Halman's just here for. Since this is the best lecture I've ever listen to. It gives me chills. And I'm here to hang out, so I'll stick around. I mean, I'm down to do it. I can do it. Which one is it? This one. Let's go and we can chat. I mean, might be good anyway because I'm a little bit looped right now. Wait, we need to be basically right under the speaker. Oh, and that's probably why they have the speaker here, since you're
How many of you here
since you're
have
stuck
personally
here.
witnessed a total eclipse of the sun?
Okay,
To stand one day
I can
in
at
the
least
shadow of
listen
the
to
moon
1 hour of our
is one
view.
of my humble goals in life.
Yeah,
The closest I ever came was over 30 years ago. On February 26th,
I got it in
1979,
geometrical stream. Yeah.
a solar eclipse passed directly
Yeah, I got my
over the
shot
city of
yesterday in the
Portland.
morning,
I bought my bus
and
tickets and
they
found
were
a
like,
place
"So
to
you
stay.
might have a fever
In
later,
the
or a
end,
headache,
I
or
couldn't make
whatever."
the
And I was
time
like,
off
"Okay,
work.
that's fine.
Well,
I'm prepared."
anyone who lives in Portland
And
can tell you that the
then
chances of catching
I
the
got
sun
my
in
shot, and I was
February
totally
are pretty
fine
slim.
for like 4
And
hours.
sure
And I was
enough,
like, "Oh, this is
skies over the
nothing.
city
This
that
is
day
like,
were completely
I'm one of
overcast.
the lucky ones. I don't
wouldn't
have to
have
do
seen
it."
that.
Second dose. Yeah.
That work I couldn't get
And
out
then,
of was my first job out of college.
and
A sales
then
clerk
at like
at an
4
old
hours
Radio
later,
Shack store in
sore arm,
beautiful
yes, very
downtown
much. I
Worcester,
got the Pfizer vaccine,
Massachusetts.
so I got a sore arm.
On my very
But
first
then
day behind the counter,
at like 2
a
p.m.
delivery
yesterday,
truck
I
pulled up
started
to
getting
the front of the
basically
store.
like a migraine level
They carried
headache.
in a big carton,
And
on
so I was
which
like,
was
you know
printed
what?
the legend,
I'll try to take a
TRS-80.
nap and see if that helps.
It was our
And I
floor
could
sample
not
of the
sleep.
world's
I was
first
trying to go to sleep
mass-market
from 2
microcomputer.
p.m. to 2 a.m.
The TRS-80 Model 1 had
So
a Z80 processor clocked at
that was
1.7
fun.
megahertz,
Yay, that
4,096
yes,
bytes
yes,
of
very
memory,
much yay for
and a
vaccine. I am
64-character
ready
black and white
to
text display.
get going
The only
with my
storage
life.
was a
My
cassette
the arm
recorder.
is not so bad. Like it
All
is
this would be
sore,
yours
but
for the
it was
low
the headache
price
that was
of
the issue for
$599.
me.
The
But
store
I'm
I was
mostly all
working
right
in
now, but I'm
had
a little bit
seen better
sleep
days.
deprived because of it.
At one time, it had been near the
Um,
center of a thriving commercial district.
yeah, second dose
But
of
like
the
so
Pfizer
many other New
vaccine.
England cities, the advent of shopping malls
But
had, by the early 70s,
I'm
turned it into a
basically
ghost
all
town.
right now,
Worcester's
and
solution to
hopefully,
this problem was
hopefully life
decisive,
will get back
to say
to
the
normal
least.
soon.
The city's elders apparently decided that if they couldn't beat them, they would join them. And
If
so, several
if
square
any of you
blocks at
guys
the heart
are
of the
like
city were
lining up
bulldozed
or
into
you know
oblivion,
able to get your
destroying
vaccine
dozens of
doses
family
soon,
businesses,
who
including
needs
the site
sleep
of
when
a
you have the
pharmacy
witness?
once operated by my great-grandfather. In their
That's a
place
fair
was erected
point.
a vast
I did
three-level
actually
shopping
end up watching
complex
some
with
witness
cinemas and
streams.
a food court. When the
Yeah,
dust settled,
because
only a
I just
few
couldn't sleep.
forlorn blocks of the old Worcester remained standing.
It's we can see.
My Radio Shack
Yes.
store was one
Um,
of those blocks.
if you guys have the
Then,
opportunity to
to
get the
add insult
vaccine,
to
I
injury,
recommend trying
Radio
to
Shack
schedule it on
opened a
like a
brand new
Friday or a
location
Saturday so that you have
inside
the
the
next day to
shopping center,
recover.
less than 500
I think
feet
Q4 for
from
my
my
country.
store.
My dad would get it earlier.
So now,
Oh,
patrons
yeah,
have a
yeah, yeah.
choice between a clean, well-lighted establishment
The witness
with
destroyed my
uniformed
sleep
security
schedule for about
and
2
acres of
weeks.
convenient parking,
It has a
or a
tendency to
shadowy
do that,
hole
yeah.
in a seedy old office building next to an adult movie theater. Consequently,
And
I
then
had plenty of time
I'm in
to fool
Canada, so I
around
won't be
with
getting
the
it
new
for quite a while.
computer.
I thought Canada was rolling
I
out
taught
their
myself basic
doses.
programming.
I mean,
Then I learned Z80 assembly. Both, of course,
like,
so that I could write
I'm
games.
I'm
I
saying
also
that with very
created
little
self-running animated demos, which ran
evidence
all
to
night
back
in the
myself
store
up.
window
Oh, not enough
for the
doses?
edification
Got
of the
it.
winos
We
who
just
queued
started
in
a
our
rollout here in
doorway.
Australia.
Strangely
It's so
enough,
weird hearing
the
that.
few
It
customers
kind
we
of
had didn't
is.
seem to be
I mean,
interested in our
I'm
new
in
computer, even after
the Bay
16K
Area in
memory
California.
upgrade. In fact,
So
most of the people who set off the buzzer on their way through the front door
we have like our
weren't there
own,
to
like
buy
there's the
anything at
California
all.
Health Department and then there's the
They were
Bay
there to
Area Health
exploit a free
Department.
promotion, which
So
was the bane of Radio Shack employees for over 40 years.
we tend
Saturday
to
of the month.
have our act together a little bit better than the
The
rest
idea of this
of the
promotion
state.
was simple.
We've been in rollout for a
Customers
while,
got
but
a
it's
little red
very
card
slow and not
on
enough in
which
Russia
was
too.
printed a
That's
square
too
for
bad.
each month. 12 times
I
a
hope you
year,
guys
the lucky
are
sales clerk got to punch out a
getting
square
able to get
and give the
appointments
customer
soon.
one brand new AAA, AA, C, D, or
Um,
9-volt battery.
Yeah.
Of course, customers weren't allowed to choose just any grade of battery. At the time of my employment,
Do you
Radio
guys
Shack
know if
offered
the
3
Johnson and
different
Johnson vaccine
levels
is
of
going to
battery excellence.
be
First
available
were the alkalines,
in you
powerful,
guys' parts of the world?
long-lasting, and expensive, hanging behind the counter like prescription medication in gold-embossed
Me
blister
too. It
packs.
sucked because I've
These
given
were
back
most
the vaccine.
certainly
Oh
not
no!
available through the Battery of the Month Club.
Oh, that's so
Next were the
mean.
high-end lead
Like you
batteries,
get to be around
sturdy,
all these
dependable
doses, but
batteries,
you don't get to
moderately
get
priced,
one.
and prominently displayed near
That's
the
so
front of
mean.
the store. These were also not available
Are you
through
a
the
healthcare
Battery of
worker
the
then?
Month Club. Finally, at the bottom of the barrel were the standard lead batteries. These were literally piled in barrels, cunningly located way at the back of the store, in a dark corner near the TV antennas. Remember TV antennas?
Oh yeah.
Customers who came in looking for their free
Yes, I'm
battery
a
of
nurse,
the
but I'm
month
off work
had
as
to
of this
walk
month.
the entire length of the premises, past the CB radios and stereo headphones. And
Is
remote
that
control
a
racing
voluntary
cars.
off working,
Nothing would
or
stop
was
them.
that like a mandated
On
thing?
the first day of every month, like clockwork, those customers came in waving their little red cards. I would look up from my programming and wave them to the back of the store. It didn't matter that the batteries were only worth 29 cents.
Not sure. I know
It didn't matter that most of them were
Pfizer
already half
first.
dead.
Yeah.
They came, they grabbed. And as far as I can remember,
Yeah.
not one of them ever paid for a damn thing. I was such a crappy salesman. I was young and
We have both the
I
Pfizer
thought
and the
my
Moderna, and
education
it just
in
kind
game
of
design
depends
was
on
happening at the keyboard.
what clinic
I
you end up
almost
going
missed
to.
the lesson
I'm too stretched
coming
for it,
through
so I
the
took
front
paternity
door.
leave a month early. Oh,
Fortunately, I wasn't the only
congratulations!
person fooling around with games
That's
on
gonna be.
micros.
I
All over the
hope that's
country,
gonna be a really
people
good thing
like
for
me
you.
were experimenting.
I hope you have
Scott
a good
Adams was
time,
coding
both
what
with
would
your
soon
break
become
and your
the world's
fiance,
first
and with your
commercial
baby when
adventure
they come
game.
soon.
Remember adventure games?
Um,
My future employer, Infocom, was being founded, along with other legendary companies like Online Systems, Sirius,
Yay!
Personal
Yes.
Software, and
Very
SSI.
Twins! Oh,
Those
that's so
were
exciting!
times.
That's gonna be a
Teenagers
lot of
making
fun.
fortunes.
Congratulations.
Games were cheap and easy to build.
Do you
slate
know if
was
they're
clean.
girls, boys, or one of each, or are you
But
letting
in
it be a surprise?
1979, the biggest news in gaming had nothing to do with computers.
Double congrats.
On the morning of the autumn equinox, September 20th, a new children's picture book appeared in the stores of Great Britain. This picture book was rather
We let
peculiar.
it surprise, but
It
we know it's
consisted of 15
fraternal and not
meticulously
identical.
detailed
Ooh, that could be
colored
fun.
paintings,
I
illustrating a slight,
I knew
whimsical
several
tale
sets of fraternal
about a
twins
rabbit
growing up,
delivering a jewel
and I
to
knew
the moon.
a couple of
On the back
identical
jacket
twins,
of the
and for
book
whatever
was a
reason, the
color
fraternal
photograph
twins
of a real
always were
jewel
harder to tell apart
shaped like
than
a
the
round
identical
rabbit,
ones.
5 inches long,
The
fashioned
identical
of
twins, for
18
whatever
karat
reason,
gold,
I knew which one was which, and the
suspended with
fraternal twins I
ornaments and
always
bells,
struggled,
together with a sun and moon,
which I'm sure
of
they
blue
loved.
quartz. According to the blurb underneath, this very jewel had been buried somewhere in England. Clues pointing to its location were concealed in the text and in the pictures of the book.
No, this
The treasure
community
would belong
is
to whoever
awesome.
found it
Everyone
first.
is so
The book was
so
called
welcoming and
Masquerade.
supportive and nice.
It was
I've not
created
yet
by an
had a
eccentric
single
little
bad
man
experience with
with
anyone in this
divergent
community.
eyes
So
and a talent for mischief named Kit Williams.
yeah, I hope
Within
I
days,
hope you
the
you
first
have the
printing
time
was
and the
sold out,
energy and the sleep
and the
to be able
empire that
to
never sleeps found
continue
itself in the grip
sticking
of
around
rabid
even after they
fever.
come.
Excited readers
patience
attacked
transfers
the
to other
paintings
people.
with rulers, compasses, and protractors. Magazine articles and TV specials dissected the clues.
Oh, I was
floated
just like, hang on,
theories,
let me
and
actually,
followed
what's going on with
keen
the
delight
story?
the reckless exploits of the fanatics. One obscure park, unfortunately known by the nickname Rabbit Hill, was so riddled with holes excavated by misguided treasure seekers that the authorities had to erect signs assuring the public that no gold rabbits were to be found there. Some hunters ended up seeking psychological counseling for their obsession.
I didn't, I wasn't paying
Atlantic
attention
Ocean
to the
and
earlier part of the
invaded
lecture,
America,
but what's going
France,
on?
Italy, and Germany.
Why are people
It
needing
sold over
psychological
1,000,000
counseling
copies in a
while
few
looking for
months, a
rabbits?
record unrivaled by any children's title until the advent of Harry Potter. Over 150,000 copies were sold in foreign translation,
Okay, so this sounds like some sort
including
of book.
80,000 copies in Japanese.
Oh, Madzi, you have
Despite
no
the
idea
fact
this
that the
lecture
puzzle
jumps
was
topics from
only
Radio Shacks to
solvable in
Shakespeare.
English. It didn't matter that the masquerade
And the
jewel
conspiracy of
was
the
only
Bible.
worth
It's a
a few
complicated
thousand
thread. It's
dollars.
quite a journey.
Many seekers
I got
spent
confused
far
a few
more than
times.
that in their months of exploration and travel.
Okay, I'm
It
glad
was
I'm
the
glad I'm
thrill
not
of the
alone
chase,
in
the possibility
not
of
knowing
being the
what's
one.
going on right off.
Treasure hunts, secret messages, and hidden things.
So it
Seem to
sounds
exert
like
an
I
irresistible
believe I
appeal.
asked, is this really happening
They're
about 4
fun to
times
look at
yesterday?
and to talk about.
I
This
could
fact
see
of
that
human psychology has been
I'm
exploited
pretty
in
sure
computer
Shax thought he was
games
high.
since
He
the
did.
earliest
Was there.
times. It finds expression
I
in the hidden
mean,
surprises we call
I
Easter
have
eggs.
actually one of my witness streams. Is this a
Atari's
real book or
Stephen
was it
Wright
just made
is
up for the game?
credited with
Good
coining
good
this
question.
term
Also,
in the
hello
first
Gary,
issue of
welcome.
Electronic Games magazine. The first Easter egg in a commercial computer
One of my
game
streams
appeared
I
in an
actually
early
was
Atari
a little
2600 cartridge
doped up
called,
on a
simply enough,
painkiller
Adventure.
while
By
playing,
a
and
sequence of
I
unlikely
was so
movements and obscure
confused.
manipulations, players
This
could
is an
discover
actual
a
lecture
secret
he
room
gave,
where the
I
words
think.
created by
Brian
Warren
Moriarty.
Robinette
Yeah, I was so
appeared in flashing
disappointed
letters.
when
Over the
it
decades,
said,
Easter
a
eggs
lecture
and
by
their evil
Moriarty,
twin, cheat
and
codes, have become
then
an
it wasn't
industry
talking
within
about
an
Sherlock
industry.
Holmes.
Entire
I
magazines and
was
websites are
expecting
now
this to be
devoted to their
some,
carefully orchestrated discovery
Mackenberg
and
Falls type
dissemination.
of something.
They're part of our toolkit,
Can't imagine
our
the bunker
basic
area high.
vocabulary, the language of computer game
Which
design.
session was it? I think it might have
Computer
been when I
gamers
first
may have been
actually
the first
discovered the
to refer to hidden
challenge.
surprises as
Possibly,
Easter
I'm
eggs,
not sure.
but we certainly weren't the first to use them.
But
Painters, composers,
I
and
do know that I was
artists of
just like,
every
what?
discipline
I
have been
can't
hiding
figure
stuff
out
in
what's
their
going
works
on.
for centuries.
So,
The recent advent of VCRs and laserdisc
the recent advent of VCRs, oh boy.
exposed decades of secret Disney erotica. Thomas Kincaid, the self-appointed painter of light, amuses himself by hiding
Okay,
the
Thomas
letter
Kincaid
N
paintings
in
are
his
boring,
works.
though.
A number beside his signature indicates how many N's are
Like they're
hidden
just
in
like
each
they're like
painting.
sugar-coated
Picasso,
rather than
Dali,
real,
Raphael,
like,
Poussin,
gritty
and
art.
dozens of other painters concealed all kinds of stuff in their paintings.
The old lady in the
A favorite
transistor
trick was
radio
hiding
nearly made me
portraits of
cry.
themselves, their families, friends, and fellow artists in crowd scenes. El Greco loved dogs, but the Catholic Church forbid him from including any in his sacred paintings. So he hid them, usually within the outlines of celestial clouds. Composer Dmitri Shostakovich chafed under the political
Shostakovich was
imposed by
my
the
dad's
Soviet
version
Ministry
of
of
swearing
Culture.
when I was a kid. He didn't
His
want to
symphonies
swear, so
and
he would
chamber
say
works are loaded with hidden
Shostakovich
signatures
instead.
and subversive subtexts, which, had they been
I love
recognized,
the
would have sent
Gengja.
him to
How do
some
you say
doom.
that? Is it
Mozart's
Gengjaji?
opera, The
Gengaji?
Magic Flute, is filled with musical allusions to the rituals of the Freemasons, the ancient secret society of which he and his mentor Haydn
Are
were members.
Freemasons really like a secret
But the
society?
most
Though I feel
famous
like most people
purveyor
know.
of Easter eggs
Gengaji.
is that champion of the late Baroque,
Gengaji?
the ultimate
Gengaji,
musical
I
nerd,
think.
Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach was a student of gematria, the art of assigning
Gematria.
numeric
Oh, isn't that the
values to
thing?
letters of the
Isn't that the
alphabet.
thing that
A equals 1, B equals 2.
I can't
C
scroll in my chat
equals
right now
3,
because I can't
etc.
move my mouse, but
By comparing,
wasn't that the
sequencing,
thing
or
Gracie and
otherwise
Michelle were talking about
manipulating
earlier?
these numbers, secret messages can be concealed.
Ah.
Bach took particular delight in the geometriacal numbers 14
Geometriacal.
and 41. 14 is the sum of the initials of his last name. B equals 2, A equals 1, C equals 3, and
That's
H
not the
equals
initials
8.
of his last name, that's just the
41
letters of his
is
last
the
name.
sum of his expanded initials, J.S. Bach. These two numbers show up over and over again in Bach's compositions. One of the better-known examples is his setting of the chorale Vor deinem Thron. The first line of the melody contains exactly 14 notes, and the entire melody, from start to finish, contains
Nerd!
Another of Bach's favorite games was the puzzle canon. A canon is a melody that sounds good when you play it on top of itself, a little bit out of sync. Frere Jacques
So
and
what I'm
Row, Row,
hearing
Row Your Boat are
is...
familiar examples of simple two-voice canons.
I thought those
But
were
a canon can
rounds.
employ any number of voices.
I thought
And you
canon
don't
had a
have to
different
play
definition,
each
but
voice
I'm
the same way
not
either.
a musical
You can change the
theorist or
octave,
anything.
transpose the
But I
key,
thought like
invert
Frere
the
Jacques
pitch,
and
play
Row,
it
Row, Row Your Boat
backwards,
were like
or any
rounds,
combination.
where you sing in a round.
Finding melodies that make good
I'm willing to bet
multi-voice
part of the
canons
community
is a
knows their name
fussy
numbers
and
too.
difficult
Cat
art,
wants attention.
of which
A
Bach
canon is
was
around.
an
Okay.
undisputed master.
Let's see. What's my name number?
Now, in
Hang
a
on.
puzzle
I think
canon,
I need to write it
the
down.
composer specifies the basic melody and the
So
number of
Madzi.
voices, but not the relationship of the voices. The student has to figure out the position
So
and key
M
of
is
each voice,
13,
and
A
whether to
is
perform
1,
them
D
inverted
is
and
4.
or backwards.
M-A.
Bach wrote quite
Oops.
a number of puzzle canons. The most
Yeah.
famous, BWV 1076,
Z is 26. What's
is part of
I?
a fascinating
A
story.
fugue is a type of canon as well?
One of Bach's
Interesting.
students was a fellow
Okay,
by
what's
the name of
I?
Lorenz
A, B,
Misler,
C, D,
founder of the
E,
Society
F,
of
G,
Musical
H,
Science.
I, 9.
This
Okay.
elite, invitation-only institution devoted itself to the study of Pythagorean philosophy and the union of music and mathematics.
So
Its
53,
distinguished
my
membership reads like a
Madzi
who's who of
is
German
53.
composers, including Handel,
And
Telemann,
then
and
my
eventually
actual name is
Mozart.
Madeline,
Applicants
so...
for membership in the society were required to submit an oil portrait of themselves, along with a specimen of original music. With nerdly efficiency, Society member number 14 decided to combine these admission requirements into a single work.
Of course he
He
did.
sat for a portrait with Elias Hausmann, official artist at the court of Dresden. This portrait, which now hangs in the gallery of the town hall in Leipzig,
Okay,
is the
so let's
only
do some math here.
indisputably authentic image of Bach.
What
in
is this?
existence.
That's 10.
The Hausmann portrait shows Bach dressed in a formal coat with exactly 14 buttons.
Some nerds here.
In his hand is a sheet of music paper, upon which is written a puzzle canon for 6 simultaneous voices. In 1974, a
Yeah,
manuscript
I'm
was
like,
discovered which proved
okay,
that
I
this
know
canon
I
was
I
the
graduated
13th
basic
in a
elementary
series of
school and like
exactly
basic
14
maths, but
canons
also
based on the ground theme of the
can I
famous
use a calculator
Goldberg
for this? Is
variations.
that too
As if these
embarrassing?
musical gymnastics weren't enough, Bach liked to hide messages in his compositions by assigning notes to the letters. His initials, B-A-C-H, correspond to the pitch sequence B flat, A, C, and B natural in German letter notation. This theme makes its most memorable appearance in the last bars of his final composition, The Art of Fugue, published soon after his
Oh,
death
you were talking
in
about fugue
1750.
a few minutes ago.
The word fugue comes from the Latin fuga, which means flight, as in running away. So, the art of fugue
For the
is
Latin
the art of
alphabet
flight,
transcription, yeah.
the art of taking a theme and running with it. Bach wrote hundreds of fugues, but none as sublime as this sequence of 14.
See, sublime is
In the
a
last and most complicated fugue in the series,
subjective
the first and
statement,
second
though.
sections develop
Okay,
more.
so Madeline is
This followed by
63.
the BACH signature. And then
Alexei,
suddenly,
in
without
Cyrillic?
any
I was just
warning
about to
or
ask in
structural
Cyrillic.
justification, the fugue
If
stops,
what would your number
dead
be
in its
differently?
tracks. One of the composer's 20 children, his son
20
Carl
children?
Philipp
Oh my
Emanuel,
goodness, his
claimed
poor
that
wife.
Bach died moments after those last few notes were written. This story is probably apocryphal.
Probably.
The Easter eggs in Bach's music are a pleasant obscurity, known chiefly to professors and students of Baroque music.
7
But
plus
in March
18
of
plus 1 plus 3 plus
2002,
5,
when
34.
this lecture was first delivered,
Yes, I love this
was
chat.
top
Many
in
wives
the
and many
entire
children. Most of the
classical
wives
music
were
industry.
cousins.
Sitting near the top of the classical music
I think that was
charts
actually pretty
month
common back
was
then,
a
wasn't
compact
it?
disc on the ECM
Well, at least it
label
wasn't
called
one wife
Lorimer.
doing 20,
It was performed
20
by the Hilliard
pregnancies.
Choral
That sounds
Ensemble,
just awful.
together with a talented
Hallman is
but,
49.
until then, little-known violinist, Christoph Poppen. The music on Morimer is based on a geometriacal analysis of Bach's
Geometriacal.
Partitura in D
That's a
minor
fun word to
for
say.
solo violin.
Also, his children
This
kept dying. Oh
analysis
boy.
by German professor Helga
Unfortunately, I
Thron
think that was also
assigns
fairly common,
numeric
though.
values to the duration of notes,
I mean,
the number of bars,
tragic. Very
and the German
unfortunate.
letter
I'm sorry to hear
notation of
it.
the
But
partita.
also, like,
In doing so, she claims to
if
have
you choose to
discovered
be
the
born in the
complete
Middle
text of
Ages.
the several liturgical ceremonies encoded in the notes. The CD presented these hidden texts superimposed over the original music.
Yeah.
The result was strangely melancholy, dark, haunting, and very, very popular. Quite a few music critics attacked this disc. They didn't buy Professor Thon's analysis.
How many letters are in the
dismissing it as a
Cyrillic
combination
alphabet?
of
Because in the
numerology
Roman
and
alphabet
canny
there's
marketing.
26.
Their caution was
And
not
then,
without basis. Numerology
like, there's
is
some...
a slippery slope down which many a
Some
fine
33?
mind has slid
Okay.
to its doom. Allow me to offer
Wait, you
an
say
amusing
33 in
anecdote
Russian.
from my own
Oh,
experience.
I was
Back
just
in the
about
early
to
90s,
ask
before the internet took
if
off,
other
one of
languages
the more popular
had different
online
numbers
bulletin board
for
systems
other
was a
that
service
used to also
called
use the
Prodigy.
Cyrillic alphabet.
I bought an account on Prodigy so I could join a fraternity
I
interest
recently
group
finished
and
a
gossip with
book,
fellow members around the
actually a
country.
trilogy of books
One
set
day,
in
a
medieval
stranger
Russia,
appeared on our bulletin board.
and I had to
Right
do
away,
so
I knew
much
we were in trouble.
Googling on like what
This fellow,
was going
whose
on
name was
because
Gary, began
the
spouting
book
all
did
kinds of apocalyptic nonsense
use a
about
bunch of Russian
worldwide
words and the
conspiracies,
glossary was
secret
insufficient.
societies, and devil worship.
So
At first,
I
we tried
have
to be
just
polite.
recently been
We questioned his
googling a lot of
sources,
like
corrected
Russian
his
folk
histories, logically refuted his
folklore,
claims,
folk mythology
and tried
stuff.
to behave in a civilized manner.
Arabic alphabet
But
has
instead of
28,
soothing him,
Greek
our
has
attention
24,
only
Japanese
made him
hiragana
worse.
has
His
46,
conspiratorial warnings became urgent,
36
approaching
plus 6
hysteria.
vowels in
He began to
Chinese.
threaten people who disagreed with him. To coin a phrase, Gary went all uppercase. But his most urgent warnings weren't about the gays,
I grew up with
the
Arabic, but I
Jews,
can't
the
read and write it,
Rockefellers, or
unfortunately.
the Illuminati.
Very cool.
According to Gary,
I
the
am...
greatest enemy of mankind was Santa Claus.
I just
Gary
tuned in at
claimed
the moment there
possessed
and
a
was very
secret
confused.
numerical formula that
I am
proved
so
beyond the shadow
envious
of a
of the
doubt
people
that Santa
who
Claus was
can
an
speak multiple
avatar of
languages
the
and grew up
Antichrist.
speaking multiple languages. I
Intrigued,
think that's
we
such a
pressed Gary to
wonderful
reveal his formula.
a wonderful
In doing so,
gift
we
and a
walked
wonderful
right into
ability
his
to
trap.
have, and
We should have known
I am
he had a book to
unfortunately
sell.
functionally
I fell for
monolingual
it.
even though I'm
I
studying
sent him
other
the
languages.
$15.
My
Less
late
than a week
father is
later, the book
Palestinian.
arrived. Above an ominous photograph of
I'm
the
sorry for
Washington
your
Monument
loss.
was emblazoned
I
the title,
hope things
666, the final
went as good as they
warning.
could have been.
Inside this privately printed 494
My father
page
was
monster,
Dagestani and my
Gary
mother was
reveals a
Libyan.
simple
Ooh, you've got
geometriacal
quite...
formula,
Gracie, I
which
speak
he claims
5.
was developed by the
Oh my
ancient
goodness. Yeah, no, it's
Sumerians.
just I'm American,
This
and
formula
America
assigns
is just
successive products of 6 to each
weird
letter
and
of the
like
alphabet.
self-important and
A
doesn't
equals
try to
6, B
learn
equals
anything
12,
else.
C
My mother is
equals
part
18,
Palestinian,
etc.
part Cypriot.
Imagine my dismay when
You
I
guys have
applied this
such...
ancient
I
formula
consider
to
myself
the name
British.
Santa Claus and obtained the blasphemous sum of 666, the biblical number.
Yeah,
of
no,
the
I think
beast. I went on
it's so
Prodigy
cool, and
and
it's
reported
fun
to
to
the
have
stunned
just
members of our interest group
that...
Gary
that-
was right after all.
What is
There could
happening?
be no
I'm learning
doubt
Spanish and
that
English.
according
I
to
can
the
speak Russian,
unimpeachable
and
wisdom
is that
of
Ukrainian?
ancient
Sorry,
Samaria, Santa
the like
Claus was
2 letters
the
are cut off.
Antichrist.
Arabic is mostly gone
I
from
then went
memory.
on to point out several other names which, when submitted to Gary's formula, also produced the sum 666.
Sorry, I like tuned back into the
Names
lecture
like
for a second.
Saint
Ukrainian.
James,
Okay.
New York, and New Mexico.
I
Soon
learned
the bulletin
Irish
board
Gaelic
was
when I was
filled
very
with
little because we
discoveries
lived in
like
Ireland when I was a
computer,
child.
Boston
But then we
tea,
moved back to the US
and most
and
sinister of all,
no one was speaking
sing
Gaelic anymore,
karaoke.
so I
Gary left us alone
I don't
after
even
that.
remember it.
I got
Like I
my
know, I
15
think
home.
like 5 words and that's it.
But Gary is hardly the first
While I
person
understand
to connect
Arabic, I'm not
secret
confident
codes
enough to
the
fully
Bible.
have a
People
conversation.
have
I
been looking
prefer
for
to
Easter
respond in
eggs the
English.
Bible
I
for
feel that I'm
hundreds
learning
of
Spanish
years.
right now, and
The
it's like
Hebrew
I can
mystical
usually
tradition
understand
of
what the other
Kabbalah
person is
can be
saying, but I
described
don't
as
feel
a
confident
geometriacal
in
meditation on the
trying to
Pentateuch,
reply.
the first 5 books of the Old Testament.
I also usually understand what the other person is saying after, like, a couple of seconds delayed.
The
So
latest spate of Bible
it's
searching
hard
was
to
instigated by
actually
a book published in
practice a
1998
conversation.
by Michael
I
Drosnin,
remember
a
basic
former
readings
Wall
and
Street
such, but
Journal
since I spoke
reporter.
it at home, I never
His
learned
book,
reading
The
or
Bible
writing in
Code,
Arabic, in
applied
the
the
Arabic
skip
alphabet.
cipher, in which every nth
I lived in
character in
Scotland
the
for 5
text
years.
is
Gaelic is not
combined
spoken
to
there
form
anymore.
a
Yeah,
message.
I know. It's really unfortunate because I think it's a really beautiful language.
By
Hey,
applying his
Zell!
skip cipher to the
We're,
Hebrew
we're
text
talking
of the
about
Old Testament,
languages.
Drosnin claimed to have discovered
um,
predictions of World War II, the
my friend group has
Holocaust,
some Arabic
Hiroshima,
girls, so I learned
the
all that.
assassination of Yitzhak Rabin and both Kennedys, the moon landing,
um,
Watergate, the Oklahoma City bombing, the
I think
election
that's
of Bill
pretty
Clinton,
common
the
of
death of Princess Di,
how
and the
I
comet
interact with
that
my friends
collided
as
with
well.
Jupiter. He also found predictions
Yeah,
of a
no, when I
giant
lived in Ireland,
earthquake
I
in LA,
lived on
a
the West
meteor hitting
Coast,
the
where
Earth,
words are always the
and
first thing we learn in
nuclear
other languages.
Armageddon,
Very true.
all scheduled to occur before
I
the
lived
end
on the
of the
West
last
Coast in
decade.
the early 90s,
The
and
Bible
at the time
Code
there was a
spent
big
many weeks on the
like
bestseller
language
lists,
revival movement
spawning
happening.
several
So
sequels
all of
and
the
dozens
schools
of
were being
imitators.
taught in
The
Irish
Bible has
Gaelic at the
certainly
time. I don't
attracted
know
a
if they
share
still
of
are.
crackpots. But for the
Um,
real hardcore egg hunters,
yeah, most people know
nothing
Russian
can
swears
rival
because
the
it became a
ingenuity,
meme.
the tenacious scholarship, the stubborn
Pretty
zeal
much.
of those who seek the answer to the ultimate literary puzzle. A poisonous
Gracie!
command that has squandered fortunes, destroyed careers, and driven healthy, intelligent scholars to the brink of madness and beyond.
They were in the late 90s when I went to visit cousins.
Who
Oh, that's cool.
wrote
I wonder if there's...
Shakespeare?
That's a topic
Essays
jump.
and books devoted to the
I wonder if
Shakespeare
they're still doing
authorship
it.
problem
I
are
don't
sufficient
know.
to fill a large
Like,
library.
I think it would be
Several such
cool if they did because
libraries
it's got
actually exist.
a lot of heritage
Not
behind it,
even a
and like I said, I think
day-long
it's just a
tutorial,
beautiful
much less
language.
an hour lecture,
But I know that a
can
lot of
begin to do
people
justice
don't really
to
find it
this
very useful in their
complex,
day-to-day
bizarre,
life.
and dangerously tantalizing story.
I watched a Spanish
Nevertheless,
witness
for the
streamer yesterday, and it
unacquainted,
was really
I
fun
will attempt
practicing.
to
That's
summarize the
that's a
issue
good
in a few
idea.
paragraphs.
I should watch some
The
streamers in
undisputed
Spanish.
facts of
See if
Shakespeare's
I
life
can
and career
get that
could
in.
be scribbled on the back of a cocktail napkin. We know for a fact that a man named William Shakespeare was
That's
born
why
in
I came to Twitch, learning English.
1564
I mean,
in or around
that's a
the
good way
village
of doing it,
Stratford upon
and from what
Avon.
you've written so far,
We know that he had a wife
you're very
and
good.
at least 3 children. We know he bought property in Stratford.
I would
was
not
involved in
from
several
what I
lawsuits
see in
with
your
his neighbors,
in the
and
chat, I
died
would not
there
have
in
guessed that you were not a
1616,
a growing up
52.
fluent speaker.
We also know that during those same years, a man with a last name similar to Shakespeare worked as an actor
Yeah,
on the
best
London
way is
stage,
listening and speaking.
eventually
School
becoming the
Zero.
owner of some of the theaters there.
Yeah,
We also know that about the same time,
I mean,
a
I
number of
had
most
the
excellent
option of
poems
taking
and
some
plays
languages
were published
in
London
school,
under
and
the
I
name
didn't. I
Shakespeare.
wanted to do art instead,
We do not know for a fact that
but
the landowner in Stratford and the actor
want to
in
learn
London
Russian
with a
squares so I can
similar
diss
last
12-year-olds.
name were one and the same man. We do not know for a fact that either man had anything to
But
do with the poems and the plays.
But now that I'm adult,
All we
I
know
wish I
is
had
that
at least
those
some
poems
background in
and
those other
plays
languages.
have, in the
I went to a
400
really good
years
school where you're
since their
practically
composition,
peer
come to
pressured
be
into speaking
regarded
English. Oh,
as
that's
the pinnacle
unfortunate.
of Western culture.
Like, English is
The works
becoming sort of a
attributed to
global language,
Shakespeare
which on the one
appear
hand
to
is
have been
great
written
because
by
I
a
get to
man
talk with
or
people
woman who
from
knew
all over the
something
world,
about
and that's
just about
wonderful, but also
everything.
it means
They're
that
filled with references
all
to
this
mythology
other
and classic literature,
all this
games
other
and
language
sports,
is
war
being
and
lost, or
weapons
at
of
least
war,
being
ships and
undervalued,
sailing,
and
the
that's
law and legal
I think that's just such a
terminology,
shame
court
because
etiquette,
all these other
statesmanship,
languages have so
horticulture,
much
music, astronomy, medicine, physics, and,
so
of course,
much
theater.
history and tradition and
Therein
culture behind
lies
them.
the problem. How
In
could a
Russia, we swear way
farmer's
too
son
much that
of
it loses its
uncertain
meaning, so we get
skill
creative and
to a
colorful with
mostly
our
illiterate
insults.
country village, a man of practically no account at all, wield such
Didn't
encyclopedic learning
Kazakhstan ban
with so
English
much
because it's so
eloquence
global
and wit, so much
I mean,
wisdom and human understanding? For the
like,
first
I don't think any
150
language should be
years,
banned,
nobody
but
questioned
I
the
also think that
traditional
there should
histories
be
of the
some
bard.
way of balancing
Then,
what
in the late
languages
18th
are
century,
being
Reverend James Wilmot,
commonly
a
used,
distinguished
so that
scholar
people
who
can
lived
keep
just a few miles north of Stratford,
whatever
decided
languages
to write a
their
biography
cultural
of the famous
heritage
playwright.
has. That's insane. I remember
Dr.
Indonesia
Wilmot
banning
believed that a man as well
Mandarin,
educated as
but
Shakespeare
not like ban the
must
language,
have
but
owned a
ban
fairly
signs
extensive
and
library. despite the fact that
government
not
only
a single
providing
book or manuscript is
interesting.
mentioned in his will. Over the years,
I hadn't heard about that,
some
but
of those books must have found their way into local collections.
that's
And
cool.
so, the good Reverend
Not like
Doctor
cool, but like
scoured the British
cool in
countryside,
an academic
taking
sense.
inventory of literally every bookshelf within 50 miles of Stratford. Not a single book from the library of William Shakespeare was discovered.
I think it's
Neither were there found any letters to, from, or about Shakespeare.
I mean, no, that's.
Furthermore,
I think that's. I think that's. Like, I believe it. I think that's something that a government might do to try to maintain their regional language.
After 4 years of painstaking research, Dr. Wilmot concluded to his own dismay
I love because I
that
said did a
only
U-turn.
one person contemporary with Shakespeare of Stratford
That's
had
funny.
ever
That's true, though.
demonstrated the wide-ranging education and expressive talent needed to compose those poems and plays. That man was the multilingual author, philosopher, and
he's talking about the whole
of the
Bacon conspiracy.
method, chancellor to the courts of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, not sure
and
there's a word
King
for that.
James, Sir Francis
Yeah, that's that happens a
Dr.
lot where you're
Wilmot
just like,
never
I feel like
dared
there
to
should be a
publish
word for
his
this kind of
theory,
thing.
But before he died, he confided it to a friend.
And
James
there
Powell,
probably is
who
in a language that I don't
1805
know,
repeated it
because
to a meeting of
I
the
feel
Ipswich
like
Philosophical Society.
that's always the
Members of
case,
the
is that
society were suitably outraged,
you know,
and the scandalous matter was quickly forgotten.
you hear that
Then,
such and
in
such language has a
1857,
word for this.
a
What are
lady
your
from
views on the
Stratford,
Bacon conspiracy,
Stratford,
Madzi?
Connecticut, published a book called The Philosophy of the Plays of Shakespeare.
I don't
and
necessarily know that I think
In
that
this
Francis
book,
Bacon
Miss
wrote all the
Julia
plays,
Bacon,
just
no
because I don't
relation
know
to
that I feel
Francis,
like he would have had
claimed that the
time,
works of
because he
Shakespeare
was
were
doing
written
all
by
these
a
other
secret cabal
things.
of British nobility, including Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Philip Sidney, as well as Sir Francis Bacon.
Such as the Bacon cipher
Julia Bacon's
and,
book electrified the world
you
of
know,
letters.
being an advisor.
Battle
Ow.
lines were drawn between the orthodox Stratfordians and the
Ow.
heretical Baconians.
I have a shelf under
Literary
my
societies
desk, and I
scholarly
kicked it in.
journals were formed to debate
Don't do
the
that.
evidence. Hundreds of pamphlets, newspaper articles, and essays
But I
were
agree
published
with
defending each
the
side
situation,
and
the fact that we
ridiculing the
know very
opposition
little
with that
about
self-aggrandizing viciousness peculiar to
the
tenured
historical
academics.
person of who
Armed with
Shakespeare
her
may have
explosive
been.
book, Julia Bacon
Like
journeyed
that
to
there
Stratford
is very
upon
little
Avon
documented
and,
evidence of William
unbelievably,
Shakespeare from a
obtained
historical
official
context or an
permission to
archaeological
open
context.
Shakespeare's grave.
Um,
However, when the moment came to actually lift the stone,
looks down to
the
redeem
news
snack,
self-doubt
realizes feels sad. I mean,
catastrophic nervous
I
breakdown.
do have snacks
She
out.
nearly died penniless in a madhouse.
Wait, I may have had it back with you. The
Around
Kazakhstan is
1888,
coaching.
things began to get a bit out of
Kazakh
hand.
to the Latin. Oh,
U.S.
then.
Congressman Ignatius Donnelly of Minnesota became interested in the
Can I grab a
Shakespeare
snake?
controversy.
They
One
just.
day, browsing through his
I
facsimile
cleaned their
copy of the
tanks
first
today, so
folio
they're a
of
little bit grumpy
1623,
with me, but I
he noted
can.
that the word bacon appeared on
Hang
page
on.
53 of the histories.
Let me
and
grab.
also on page 53
Oh, you're
of the
burying
comedies.
yourself. I don't want to grab you. Are
He
you?
also noted that Sir Francis Bacon had written extensively on the subject of cryptography. Donnelly began counting line and page numbers, adding
Can I
and
get you?
subtracting letters, drawing lines over sentences, circling words, and crossing them out.
A slice of
The
porn.
result was a complex,
I should do that.
virtually
That is a
incomprehensible
good idea.
algorithm,
I
which
should
he
do
claimed
that.
was invented by Bacon to hide secret messages inside the first folio. The greatest Easter egg hunt in the history of Western civilization had begun. Here
Come
are
on.
just a couple of the sillier highlights.
Come on, come
A
on.
doctor named Orville Owen of Detroit constructed
Here
a
is Snake
bizarre
One.
research tool he called
And
the
Snake 2,
Wheel
I can
of
see her
Fortune.
because her body is against the
This
side of the
wheel
glass.
consisted of two
But
giant wooden
she's
spools
buried herself
wrapped with a
under
strip of
her bedding,
canvas
so
2 feet wide and 1,000 feet long. Onto this canvas, he glued the separate pages
This is,
of the complete works of Bacon,
linguine.
Shakespeare, Marlowe,
Linguine
Greene,
snack.
Peele, and Spencer.
Had to Google
Together
pool noodle.
with
Today I
Berkman's
learned it's called a pool
Anatomy of
noodle.
Melancholy.
Yes, this
By
is
cranking the
snack.
spools
Snack
back and
1. I
forth,
have 3
Dr.
snack.
Owen could quickly zip across the pages in search of clues and cross references. Employing a large team
Yeah,
of
they're
secretaries
all
and
named after
stenographers,
types of
Owen
pasta.
claimed to have uncovered a complete alternative history of Elizabethan England,
Eh.
as well as several entirely new
Yeah,
Shakespeare
I
plays
really
and
like her. I think her
sonnets.
patterning is
Listen to
really
this
pretty.
hidden verse, supposedly
Like,
penned by the mighty bard
like you're
himself,
lovely too,
which
but I think this
inspired Dr.
Linguini is
Owen
prettier
to
than
build
you.
his wheel of fortune. Take your knife and cut all our books asunder, and set
Pasta.
the leaves on a great firm
We do
wheel,
always seem to
which
end up
rolls
talking about
and
either
rolls,
pasta or what
and
was the other one,
turning the
chocolate
fickle
milk.
rolling wheel, throw your eyes upon fortune, that goddess blind, that stands upon a spherical stone.
Are we still
that
talking about
turning
Shakespeare, or
and
have we
inconstant
changed?
rolls in restless variation. After publishing 5 thick volumes of this rubbish, Owen announced the discovery of an anagram, indicating that Bacon's original manuscripts were buried near Chepstow
You're my
Castle
favorite.
on the River
Aw,
Wye.
cute.
Owen spent the next 15 years and thousands of dollars excavating the bed of the river with boat crews and high explosives.
What is happening?
He died before anything was found.
Why is he on a
fellow
river with
named
explosives?
Arnsberg wrote an entire book based on the analysis of the significance of a suspicious crack in the tomb of Bacon's mother.
Also, if you ever need like a
ray of
blood
sanity
pressure
finally
cuff or
appeared
something,
in
I recommend
1957.
Snake.
To those familiar with the science of cryptology, the name William Friedman needs little introduction. During World War II, Colonel Friedman was the head of the U.S. Army's Cryptoanalytic Bureau. He is credited with cracking the Japanese Empire's most sensitive cipher.
That's
After
not
the war,
morbid.
the colonel decided to
Like
apply
sometimes
his
you need a blood
expertise
pressure
on
cuff,
the
and a
study of
snake
the
is good
Shakespeare
for it.
ciphers.
Especially
He
constrictor
interviewed several of the
snakes.
experts
Snakes,
in the field
not Snape.
and prepared a detailed scientific
I don't know, Snape might be
analysis,
good for it
which he
too.
published under the title The Shakespeare Ciphers Examined. His conclusion?
Where are you going?
In a word, bunk. According to the standards of cryptologic science, not one of the hidden messages purportedly discovered in Shakespeare's works was plausible. The rules used to extract these messages from the texts were non-rigorous, wildly subjective, and unrepeatable by anyone except the original decipherer.
Sorry, I like
People
tuned
involved
back
would
into the
not be
lecture,
dishonest.
and
They were
I have
channeling
no idea
their
what's going on.
preconceptions. They were trapped in a labyrinth
Oh,
of
oh,
delusion.
hang on. You're not climbing
mining
through the
order
chair.
from chaos.
Nice
Endless
necklace.
in a lake of darkness.
If my dog wouldn't be
Fear
terrified
after
of it, I would
so
love
says.
snakes.
You would
Linguini
think
is very
that
friendly,
Friedman's
yes.
cold and ruthless exposure would be enough to silence the heretics
Depending on
once
what
and
type
for
of
all.
snake you get,
Not a chance.
your dog might be
Books and
more
TV
comfortable with it.
specials and
Like
websites and
ball
conferences
pythons
and doctoral
are
dissertations
bigger
are
around,
right
like they're kind of
on
thick,
point.
but they don't really
I
move
should
much.
point
Like they're
out that
called
the
ball
Shakespeare
pythons because they're
authorship issue
they're
is
known
not
for like just
only
curling
the
up in a ball and just
preoccupation
staying
with
there.
cranks and weirdos.
You could also
A
get
substantial
like
number
this
of
is a corn
respected
snake,
authors and Shakespeareans
and corn
have
snakes
expressed
are
serious doubts
are
about the
really like
traditional
friendly and
origin
curious
of the
and very
plays.
docile. Oh no,
The
my
list
dog is very
includes
prone to fear.
Nathaniel Hawthorne,
Oh no,
Ralph Waldo Emerson,
he gets
Walt
scared if he
Whitman,
sneezes.
Henry
Oh my god,
James,
like
Sam Clemens,
that's sad, but
Sigmund
that's also
Freud,
really adorable.
Orson Welles, and Sir John Gielgud.
Ugh, no, no go through
Living
hole in
skeptics
gaming chair.
include the artistic director of the New Globe Theatre, Mark Rylance, Michael York, Derek Jacobi, Kenneth Branagh, and even that
Oh my
most
goodness,
revered
he's so
and
cute.
scholarly of contemporary
Mishka.
Shakespearean actors, Keanu Reeves. The current leading candidate for the authorship is Edward de Vere. The
I need to
17th
figure out how to
Earl
make
of
emotes.
Oxford, a theory first proposed
very
in
cute.
1920 by an English schoolmaster with the unfortunate name J. Thomas Looney.
Handsome doggo.
What is it about Bach,
Good doggo.
the Bible, and the works of Shakespeare
Oh,
that
are you actually like
inspires
coming
this
to the
intense
Oh, no,
scrutiny?
no.
Nobody's looking for acrostics in Chaucer or Keats. There are no hit
like,
CDs
are you now telling
of the
us
secret chorales of Wagner or Beethoven.
What is the word I'm
For the
looking
answer,
for?
we need to recognize the unique roles which the Bible and Shakespeare have played
What
in
is
the
it? Your
development of
hypothesis? Your
Western
theory?
culture.
I'm like
No
completely
other
blanking on the
single
word. What's
work of
the like
literature
the point
has
of your
influenced
the
modern
point of
English
your lecture, the
more
point of
than
your
the
story?
translation of the Holy
Here's his own
Bible
biography
published in
panel under my stream.
1611 under the
Ah!
auspices of King James I. The King James Bible exemplifies the meaning of the word classic. It has been called the noblest monument of English prose, the very greatest achievement of the English language.
I would
It has
love to get a
served as an
doggo, but
inspiration for
I
generations of poets,
don't have
dramatists,
the
musicians,
time to give
politicians,
a doggo
and
like the
orators.
appropriate amount of attention
Countless
that they
people
deserve.
have learned to read by repeating the phrases in this, the only book their family possessed. Our constitutions
This is
and
talking
our
about the
laws
King James
have
Bible,
been
though, right? Isn't that
profoundly
like the
shaped
one that was
by its cadences
written?
and imagery.
I don't know if you can see, but she's
But
just all
even
over
the
my
glory
chair.
of the King James Bible, compiled by a
Wasn't
committee
the
of
King
46
James
editors over the course of a
Bible
decade,
like
pales before the
written
dazzling
specifically
legacy of the Swan of Avon. The
to allow
lowest
divorce
estimate of
and like
Shakespeare's working
really butchered a lot of the
vocabulary is
not necessarily butchered, but
15,000 words,
used
more than
a
3
liberal and
times
creative
that of the King
interpretation
James
of the
Bible,
original Hebrew.
and twice the size of his nearest
I
competitor,
listened to the lecture 3
John
times this
Milton.
week and still don't get it. Yeah.
His poems and
Very
plays
important
were
to
written
recognize if
without
you're able
the
to care
aid of
for
a
it properly.
dictionary
I wanted
or
one
a
years ago, but I
thesaurus.
couldn't care for it then
They
either.
didn't
Yeah.
exist yet. It was all
Yeah, it's
in
like
his head.
I'm very
When
excited
Shakespeare had
to
a thought
get to
for
a
which
point
Elizabethan English
where I
had
feel
no
like I
word,
could
he
give
invented
like that's
one.
part of the reason why I've got
The
3
Oxford
snakes.
English Dictionary lists
Is
hundreds of
they don't need to
everyday
go on
words
walks.
and
They don't
phrases,
need
which
to,
made their first
have
appearance in
daily
the pages
attention.
of the Bard.
They only get fed once a week.
Addiction,
Like
alligator,
this is
assassination,
the type of pet that
bedroom,
I'm capable of
critic,
caring for appropriately right
dog,
now.
design, dialogue,
And I'm
employer,
very excited for a point in my
film,
life when I can get
glow,
a doggo.
gloomy, gossip, hint, hurry,
What are these words that he's
lonely,
stating now?
luggage, manager, switch, torture,
Are these words invented by
transcendence, wormhole.
I was going to say,
zany.
are these words invented by Shakespeare,
Hamlet
but
alone
wormhole
contains nearly 40 of these neologisms.
is
Who
wormhole
today
in a
would
Shakespeare
have this
play?
audacity, this giddy
That
exuberance
doesn't feel.
of
Oh
invention?
no, you're gonna get yourself stuck, and I
Only
will not be
one
able to get
other
yourself out.
English
You out.
author even approaches Shakespeare's facility for coining new words.
Words that.
Sir Francis
Oh, okay.
In the modern era, the record holder is Charles Dodgson, better known as Lewis Carroll, who, interestingly, also happens to be the second most quoted author in English.
And
after
I wasn't
Shakespeare.
fully paying attention. What is Gary's
Everyone
rule?
has
Is that
been
just words that
profoundly molded
add up to
by the
666?
influences of the King James Bible and Shakespeare.
No, it's actually
Like
words
it or
that
not,
Shakespeare invented.
all of us
What
peer
word
at
did
the
she?
world
What?
through the lenses
At what
of
point did
these
Shakespeare
great
use
works.
wormhole?
They are the primary source documents of modern English thought, the style guides
Are you going back into
of
your
our minds.
tank?
Contemplating these dazzling jewels of wisdom and eloquence gives rise to an extraordinary feeling, a potent, rare, and precious emotion with the potential to completely upset your life.
And
An
switch,
emotion
well, I
powerful
guess.
enough to make a man abandon his wife and children, forfeit
Okay.
career and reputation,
Let's go
lay
in.
down his possessions,
Let's
and
go
follow
into
his
your tank
heart
for now.
without questioning. That sweet, sweet fusion of
Shakespeare
wonder
invented a lot of
and
words.
fear, irresistible attraction, and
Yeah, he
soul-numbing
did.
dread known as awe.
When
Awe
Hamilton
is
the
the
play,
grail
Biling
of
Rainey,
artistic
yes,
achievement. No
she
other
crawled
human
and stuck her
emotion
head back into the
possesses
opening for
such
her tank.
raw,
So I was like, okay,
transformative power,
you've made
and
yourself
none
clear.
is more difficult to evoke.
When Hamilton the play first
Few
came out,
and
I,
far
like many
between
other people,
are
got
the
very
works
interested
of
in it
man
for
that
a while.
qualify as
And I
truly
was looking up
awesome.
like
It is
how many
awe
words are
that
credited
convinces
to
a
different
rabbi
people,
to spend a
because
lifetime
Hamilton, like Alexander
decoding
Hamilton, the real life
Yahweh
person,
from the
is
Pentateuch.
credited with inventing a
Awe
lot of
that
words
sends
too,
millions of
mostly
visitors
like
each
political and
year
financial
to the
words.
pyramids of Giza, Guadalupe, and Mecca.
Obviously, not nearly as many as Shakespeare is
It was
credited
awe
to,
that
but
drove poor Delia Bacon to her doom.
Who is Delia Bacon?
Now,
I don't
please
remember.
don't come away from this lecture thinking that the key to awesome game design is the installation of Easter eggs.
But
Ordinary
it was
games
just really
with their
interesting to
contrived
see like the
Easter
lists
eggs
of
and cheat codes are like the
who
battery
has
of the month club.
who is attributed to
You have to trudge down to the back of the store to
developing
get what you really came for.
most
If
words.
superpower is what people really want, why not just give it to them? Is our imagination so impoverished
Is
that we
anyone
have to
else
resort
like
to marketing
out
gimmicks to
somewhere
keep players
easy
interested in our games?
to grab?
Awesome things don't
Like
hold
fettuccine
anything
is
back.
fully buried, and I
Awesome
can't even
things are
see.
rich and generous.
Nope.
The treasure is right there.
I remember he invented eyeball.
One afternoon, I was sitting alone behind
Yeah.
the counter at that old Radio Shack store.
There's a lot of
My
fun
boss had
words
stepped out
that
for some reason. An elderly woman walked through the front door.
Oh, is this the
Like
the
most of
elderly
our
woman we were
customers,
talking about
She
earlier?
was shabbily dressed, probably on
Hall
a
was
fixed
first
income.
used in a Shakespearean poem to
I
refer to
assumed
a
she was
hold to
there for
oblivion.
her free
Interesting.
battery. But instead, she placed a portable radio on the counter.
There's so many fun words that you're
This
just
little
like.
radio came from the days when they boasted about the number of transistors inside on the case. It was
You're like
completely
they had.
wrapped in
This feels
dirty
like something they
white
should have had a word
medical
for a
tape.
long time, and it's like, no,
The woman
actually,
looked at me and asked, "Can you fix
it's
this?"
only 500, 200,
Slowly,
100
I
years
unwrapped the
old,
medical tape,
and you're just like, what did they use
peeling
before
away the
that?
layers until the back cover of the radio fell off, accompanied by a cloud of red dust.
One final
The
video and
interior
it's a
of the
doozy.
radio was half eaten away by battery leakage and corrosion.
I've read that. I've read battery leakage
looked
as
at the radio.
lasagna for some reason.
I looked at the old woman.
I
looked back at the radio. I
yeah,
reached
so
behind
much.
me,
Hey, Deja,
where the
by the way,
exquisite alkaline
so much
batteries were hanging like prescription medication, and removed
is
a
happening
gleaming
right now.
9-volt cell from its gold blister pack. Then I pulled a brand new transistor radio from a box, installed the
lasagna.
alkaline,
Yes.
and helped the lady find her favorite station.
Lasagna was how my
No
mom
money
used to get me
changed
to eat
hands.
spinach because I
She left the store
decided
without
that I
saying a
liked.
word.
I had decided that I didn't like spinach.
Awesome things.
But I liked
kind of like
lasagna, so my
that.
mom would like puree spinach and put it in lasagna for a while as a way to being like, so you ate the spinach
Bach
and the spinach had
offered his
lasagna in it.
students
Like,
very
clearly
specific
you like
insight
spinach.
into the source
Had
of
to
awe.
do some bartering with baby Madzi.
In addition to BACH,
No real need to talk about eyeballs
two
for
other
10,000
sets of
years of human
initials
history.
are also
Spinach is
associated
delicious.
with
I
Bach's music.
adult me
These
loves
initials
spinach,
are
but
not
kid me,
hidden in the notes.
kid me would
Instead,
not touch
they're
that green
scrawled
leafy
right
stuff.
across the top of the manuscript
For love
the
nor
whole
money.
world to see. The initials are SDG and JJ.
Who is STG?
SDG
Oh.
stands for the
You're
Latin
telling me.
phrase
Thank you.
Sole Deo Gloria,
I want
the
lasagna.
glory of God alone.
I love spinach.
JJ
Ooh, yeah,
stands for
spanakopito. Yeah.
Jesu Juva. Help me, Jesus.
There's in Ethiopian
Bach
food,
wrote
there's
all of his great
sambusa, which is
masterpieces
kind of like an
sub
Indian
specie
samosa,
aeternitatis,
kind of,
under
sort
the
of,
aspect
but it's like a fried
of
dumpling type
eternity.
thing, and it's made with
He
spinach
did
and
not
lentils
compose
inside, and it's
only
so
to please his
good.
sponsors or
This
to
stream
win
is
the
making me
approval
hungry.
of an audience.
I
His
feel
work
like you are always hungry.
was
I
his
feel like my
worship.
streams always make you hungry.
Bach once wrote, "Music
Sounds
should
delicious,
have no other
It,
end and aim
it's very
the
good.
glory of
If
God
you have
and
the
recreation of
opportunity
the soul.
to get Ethiopian
Where
food,
this is not kept
see
in
if they have
mind,
sambusa
there is
because
no
it's
true music,
delicious.
but only an
Have
infernal
strawberry milk.
clamor and ranting.
Oh, I meant to bring milk. I should have brought a chocolate milk to the stream,
name
but now
of
I'm
the
scared to
power
stand
that
up in
moves
case
you
the eclipse
is not
happens
important.
while I'm out.
What is important is that you are.
I expect
moved.
nothing less. We are
Awe is the foundation
high quality
of religion.
humans here. We drink our strawberry
No
milk and our
other
chocolate milk
motivation
like
can
adults.
free you from the limits of personal achievement. Nothing else can teach you the art of flight. Computer games. are
Also, I
barely
see we've got
30
a few
years old.
extra viewers today.
Only
Welcome,
a few
welcome. I
words
appreciate
in our
your
basic
coming to join me.
vocabulary have been established. A
What
whole
are your thoughts on
dictionary
lasagna and
is
flavored
waiting
milk?
to be coined.
Since that seems to be where
The
our
slate
conversation
clean.
is.
Someday soon, perhaps even in our lifetime, a game design will appear that will flash across our culture like lightning. It will be easy to recognize. It will be generous,
The Dark Souls
giddy
type
with
games?
exuberant inventiveness.
Like those are pretty
Scholars will pick it apart for decades, perhaps centuries.
pretty landmark
It will be
games.
something wonderful.
Oh no!
Something
Oh no, oh no,
terrifying.
guys. My mouse
Something
is a wireless mouse and it fell
awful.
asleep. And I'm
A few years
scared
ago, I was invited to
to
speak
do
at a
anything to
conference
it.
in London.
Like,
My wife
its
joined
light
me,
has turned off.
and we took a day off.
And I'm
for some
scared
sightseeing.
to click it
We
in case
decided
it
to
clicks me
visit
out of
England's
the...
second biggest
Ah!
tourist
If it clicks me out of the puzzle. I'm not going to click it yet. I'm going to hope
It was cold and
that I
rainy
can get
when
it
our train arrived.
just right into
Luckily, most of the attractions were just a short walk
the end.
from the station.
Uh-oh, maybe game pause?
We
Would
visited
game pause just
Shakespeare's
pop me
birthplace,
out of the puzzle,
a
though?
charming old house along the
I
main
don't know.
street, which attracts millions of pilgrims
Oh
every
no!
year. Despite the
I don't know what to
complete
do.
lie, evidence that Shakespeare was born there,
I'm
or
gonna
even
fingers
lived
cross
anywhere near it.
that
We
when
went
it
past
gets to the
school
point, I
where
can
Shakespeare
click.
learned to read and write,
I can
although
click,
no documents
and it
exist
will.
to prove his attendance.
We
We visited Anne Hathaway's cottage, the rustic country farm where his
Oh,
wife
okay, cool,
spent
cool.
her childhood. Although no record
shouldn't.
shows anyone by that
It should be
name
okay.
ever having lived there.
It should be okay to
Finally,
pause and
we
then
came
come
to the
back, and it
one
won't
location
snap me out of the puzzle?
undeniably associated with Shakespeare, Trinity Parish Church.
because we're so close. We're
banks
so
of the
close to
River
the end.
Avon,
Like, should I
where
just
a
wait
man
and
by that
then
name
hope
is
that
buried.
when I click the mouse, it wakes up
This
and
beautiful church
grabs it?
is approached by a long walkway between rows of ancient gravestones.
I don't know what to
shaded by
do.
tall trees. The entrance door.
I can't
is
believe you're
surprisingly
considering this.
tiny.
I'm not
No
100%
cameras
sure
are
that the.
allowed inside.
Yeah, the challenge stop
The
station.
interior
I don't know.
is
I don't
dark
know what to
and
do.
quiet. Despite the presence of busloads of
I
tourists,
can't confirm, but I
the
would imagine
atmosphere
it
is
should be
hushed
fine.
and respectful.
This is a more exciting.
Few people are
Look at the
seated in
bright
pews,
side. You can blame him if it
deep in
does.
prayer.
Use your phone if you need to
An
browse
aisle
something.
leads up the center of the church. The left side of the
Well, I don't
altar
need
is
to.
brightly
I don't need to
illuminated.
browse. I need to.
On
I
the
need to
wall
click
above
into the
is a
puzzle when
famous
the
bust of the
puzzle
guard, quill in hand,
ends.
gazing serenely at the
Your
crowd of
phone is
pilgrims.
Marvel. It can do more than just take
On
maze
the floor
pics.
beneath,
Yeah,
surrounded by
let's
bouquets
Google.
of flowers, at the very spot where
Does
Delia Bacon
pausing the
lost
game
her
click you
mind,
out of a?
the gravestone of William
um,
Shakespeare bears this dire warning.
Click you out of an
Good
EP?
friend, for Jesus' sake, forbear to dig the dust and close it here. Blessed be the man who
I have the game open. I'll
spares
test it
these
out. Okay,
stones.
let me know.
Cursed be he that moves my bones. Every year, 3 million pilgrims arrive from every nation on earth to approach
So when the
this
time
stone
comes, pause.
and consider the likeness of a man whose body of work can
Pause the
only
game.
be described
Wake up your mouse on the pause
as
screen
awesome.
and then continue for science. Alexi is doing the
contrast,
science for
The
us.
right side of the altar is dark and featureless.
The witness.
Nobody of any consequence
Oh,
is
no.
buried there.
I was not
The
expecting
only point of
this.
interest is a wooden case
Um,
of simple design, carved of dark oak. Inside the case,
It's not.
sealed beneath a thick sheet of glass, lies a large open book. A plaque on the case identifies this book
It's
as
not
a first edition
obvious.
of the King James Bible.
It's
published
not
in
obvious whether or
1611,
not
when
the pause
Shakespeare
menu.
was 46. Not many pilgrims visit this side of the altar. Most of those that do simply glance at the book, read the plaque, and move along. A few, more observant,
I mean,
note
if
that
it
the Bible
doesn't,
happens to be open
if it
to a
doesn't
page
work,
in
like
the
if
Old
I lose this
Testament,
progress,
the Book of Psalms.
as viewers, do we
Chapter
want to have another
46.
hour of just sitting here and,
No
and waiting,
explanation
listening to
is
the lecture
given
again?
for this
Like, I'm down to
particular
keep
choice
chatting.
of pages.
Um,
For the initiated, none is necessary.
Or do we,
If
or
you
should
are
I
of
go do other
inquisitive bent,
sneakies and then come back?
if you are intrigued by English history
Um,
and literature,
your fate is in Alexi's
if you
hands
value
now.
your peace of mind, cover your ears now. In the year 1900, a
Oh,
scholar noticed something about the
depends on
King
how important
James
you think this lecture
translation
is.
of
Well, I haven't
Psalm
been fully paying
46.
attention to it. I've been tuning in and out, and
Something
I have no idea what's going on with
terrifying,
it. So,
something wonderful.
uh,
The 46th word from the beginning of Psalm 46 is shake. The 46th
Madzi isn't a
word
video
from the
lover.
end
Ooh,
is
are you
spear.
coming out of
There are only
the
two
grass? Not the grass,
possibilities
the
here.
aspen fibers. It's okay, you
Either
can't
this
pause.
is the finest
Whew.
coincidence
Okay.
ever recorded
Okay.
in the history of
Not sure
world
about closing the
literature,
game, but oh no, it's
or
console.
it
I'm
is
on
not.
a PC. Let's try it.
The Earth revolves
Or
around
should I
only
wait?
one
Should I
sun
wait until it's like
and
perfectly
has
lined up
only
then try
one
it?
moon. The moon happens to be 400 times smaller
Oh
than the
boy.
sun.
A snake in the
sun
grass. A
happens
snake
to
in the
be
aspen
400
bedding.
times farther away.
No, she just
And
came
the
up and
apparent
then dug back
paths
down
of the
again.
moon
I
and
thought I would
sun
grab.
in our sky
My fear
happen
is
to
if you click it
intersect
ends the puzzle.
exactly
That's
twice every
yeah.
month, which means that every now and then,
That's
at
my
long
fear as well.
yet precisely predictable intervals, the lunar disk slips across the face of the sun and just
I think
barely
pausing is the move.
conceals it
Okay,
for
let's
two
go for it. Let's see what
wonderful,
happens.
terrible
What's
minutes.
pause key on PC? It's
A
escape.
fine coincidence.
Escape goes to the load menu, pause
In
menu,
June
whatever.
of 1977, a little man with divergent eyes
So you
and
know,
talent for mischief
let's try this out. Let's see
ascended
what
a
happens.
hilltop in the British village
Ah.
of Am-
Okay. Okay, I've got my mouse back. Yay!
At the summit of this hill was a tall, slender
Woo!
cross, a memorial to Catherine of Aragon,
Thank you, Alexi,
the
for
first
running and
wife
checking.
of Henry VIII. The
uh,
sun, high in the south, cast the shadow of the cross upon the grassy hillside. At exactly 12 noon,
Happy
the man
yeah.
removed from his pocket a
Yay!
barred magnet.
I think we're very
He turned
close.
the magnet so its north pole was facing south.
well done. You're so
and
close.
buried it under the shadow
I'm like
of the cross.
pulling it down, pulling the mouse down, and
2
it's.
years later,
I'm trusting that
a
it'll like
few hours before
jump
the
down a little bit.
publication of his first book, the man returned to that hillside. This
Now I'm like
time,
second guessing
in the
myself. Is it
dead
left
of
click or
night.
right click? It's
He
left
used
click.
a compass to
My girlfriend
locate
says
the
hi.
magnet
Hi, Zill's
he had
girlfriend.
buried.
Pay attention here.
In
Only a
that
minute or
same
two left.
place,
Okay.
He dug a hole in the ground and placed inside a ceramic container
Paying attention.
inscribed with the following words: I am the keeper of the jewel of masquerade, which
Ooh.
lies waiting safe inside me.
Ha!
Or
Grinding down helped. And Fettuccine is being curious, so I'll grab her next. Yay, we got it! Come on out. Your adoring fans would like to see you. Yeah. She's like, no, Mom. I don't want to come out. Yeah, nope. She's not coming. I tried. Grinding down always helps. Yeah, sorry, I tried to grab Fettuccine and she was just like, nope, 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 nope. So, never mind, enjoy your best Fettuccine. I'll see if I can grab her later. Oops. This way. This way. Yay! Slowest boom ever. No boom, only snack. Sneaky snack. No worries, there's plenty of up. Yes, I will. If she comes out and is like on top of her tree or something, I'll grab her and show her off. Okay, so we are now at +4. I think we're at +3 actually. Yeah. Um. Although my housemate who um is have you done +6 before? No, this is my first time. This is not my first playthrough, but this is my first playthrough where I got more than like an hour into the game. Um, but I want to get +6. But my housemate, I got my housemate, he had never done the challenge. He didn't even know the challenge existed. And I was like, you need to do more witness again so that you can know about this thing. And he was running around, and while he was running around, I saw this. So let's grab that. Somehow. How get with this bit of tree? There we go. Is that good? There we go. Yay! Got one! um, so maybe this will be my next focus because I think we've got... That was your first one? Wow, I'm impressed. I feel like that one's one of the more well-hidden ones. What's +6 again? I just finished my first playthrough. It took a while for me to find the obelisks, yeah. Yeah, that's a good first one because that's real snack. Real sneaky snack. Like, I feel like I've run this way many times and just never... I mean, maybe I was just never looking up. But... My first ones were on the inside wall of the monastery. Yeah. Never look up while walking. No worries, Gracie. Thank you for joining us. Get some sleep. Now I'm wondering if there's other... Oh, I wonder if Bob Ross's hair will be another, like, crack in the trees as well. Hallman, Gracie, I love your little dynamic. It's super cute. Is Bob Ross's hair one of these? Because I said Bob Ross's hair looked like the outline of either a tree or a cloud. So maybe it'll be a gap. Wait. That's a round shape. Oh wait, hang on, that doesn't work. Where did it go? I thought I saw a round shape. I think my first one was the Desert Suns one. Yeah. That's... That... yeah. This is Bob Ross's hair. I'm sure of it. Somehow. Is this? Okay. Yay! Bob Ross's hair! The Desert Sun ones. Yeah, those are nice. I'm fairly confident that my first one was the, like, yellow... It's like some sort of piece of equipment or something. This tree right here is the prettiest sneaky. This Bob Ross hair tree. Yeah. Now I'm looking, like, are there other gaps in the trees? I remember seeing it line up a few times before realizing it was a puzzle, and then I think once I did, I think I guessed. I wish I had been streaming. My very first time playing The Witness was several years ago. I don't think I even knew what Twitch was at the time. But the only game I had played prior to that was Myst, and Myst has all kinds of like environmental stuff. And I clicked on just like that yellow equipment in just outside of the tutorial area, and I was like, "Oh, it worked. Cool." And so it wasn't, I don't think, a big realization for me. I think I just sort of was like, "Okay, this is part of the game world." But I wish I had been streaming because then it would have been recorded because I think it might have. I don't actually remember how I reacted. I'm wondering if this is a circle somehow. Are you a circle? You're a circle. How click? Do I need to get more in? Mm, oops. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I was going to say, you're a really big circle. Where do I go? Where do I go from there? Um, do I need to back up more? Oh, does it go into this tree? Yeah. There we go. Cool. Where's our obelisk? So this obelisk is, I think, pretty close to done. Obviously, we've got this whole side, which is everything in the tunnel, in the temple. I don't know what that is. I think I think that this side is blank, and I think that this is the only one on this side. Mm, and I think this side is blank. What other obelisk do you need to do after this one? So I have done the town, the like desert slash glass factory, and the tree houses slash tower castle area. So I've done those three. So I need to do this one, the one on the other side of the jungle, like next to the waterfall. That's only 5 total though. What am I? Where's there an obelisk that I've forgotten about? Like there's this one in the Jungle Beach area. There's the one in the water by the waterfall that gets like the mountain and the swampy rainbow color water area. Those are not done. Oh, and then the orange trees. Orange trees one. I haven't done that one yet. I've got some of the stuff, but I haven't like focused on it. Um yeah, so that's where I am with obelisks. Is there more on this side or is that it? I think that's it for this side. Okay, so there's at least down to here. So that's probably like one, two, one, two, maybe three, four that I'm missing on this side, maybe. Are there any on this side? Okay, there is one on this side. So there's like 4 here, 1 here, 1 here. So that's 6 I'm missing, I think. I've never been on this path before. I don't know that I knew this path was here. Does it? Does it give me something? Are these... Oh, you can see the like hexagon shape um, of my low res happening. Hmm. So that's back into the jungle, and then there's this path, which I assume exists for a sneaky somewhere. Is that the tail of a sneaky? I appreciate that it haha. I appreciate that it snaps you into position. It's very helpful. Okay, so that was this one. And I'm fairly confident there's no more, yeah, on this side. So that's 4 more? 5 more? There's... I think there's 4 on this side. I think I thought I was... Was I missing one somewhere? I've immediately forgotten where sneakies are. I put the little target box on just so that I can do this kind of like aiming and clicking into puzzle mode, because that's the only way I can see if there's lines on the obelisk. Okay, is there anything else to be seen over here? Mm. Can... Sorry, I'm like, are there any sneakies sneaking? Where's hiding? And now I'm paranoid about the gaps in the trees. I'm like, am I missing something? Ugh, stupid bird sounds. Trying to find all the audio logs at the moment. Ooh. Let me know. Let me know where you are with that, because every time I'm like, okay, I feel like I found most of the audio logs, then I'm just like, oh, but then I found another one, so stupid birds. Is that a sneaky? No, all these tree limbs getting in the way. I found everything in the game except for some audio logs. I don't think I will try to hunt them all down. I mean, if there was some kind, like, I know there was that whole Reddit post recently about like adding rewards to the game. There's there's intrinsic motivation and all that. But I wish there was some, like finding all of the bunkers and getting into all of the bunkers gets you um gets you the final video, which gets you the final sneaky. Like that's sort of a natural set of rewards there. Um and I kind of wish there was something like that for finding all of the audio logs. I'm not close. I have quite a few. I'll go to the lake and count. How do the oh, wait. The clams are the bunkers, the fountains are the obelisks, the lamps are the lasers, the floating leaves are the dominoes, or the Doritos, not dominoes. Oh, the flowers. The flowers are the audio logs. Like if you got all of the audio, is that more puzzle? That looks like a puzzle ending. Um, like I wish if you got all the audio logs, there was some something. uh, no worries, no worries. Whoops. How turn? There we go. I appreciate the caution, but yes, I know the lake. Um, that was 2 on the tree. Is there gonna be more on the tree, or is that it? Yeah, no, I'm the worst at introducing games to people because I'm just like, did you do the thing yet? And they're like, I didn't know the thing existed, and I'm like, shouldn't have opened my mouth. I'm really bad at accidentally spoiling things for people. I have to be really, really careful with myself. I don't think there's any more in the tree, is there? Like, there was this endpoint, which we just did. And then there was that endpoint. And I don't see any other endpoints. So it's probably just the 2, right? Like I'm checking. But I don't feel like I'm seeing any other endpoints. Oh wait, is that a line? Is that a line? That feels like a thing. Where would your endpoint be? Where would your endpoint be? I cringe when I think back to when I first started watching gamers play this. I spoiled some things without realizing. Yeah, that's really I know for me that's really something that's really easy for me to do accidentally. Okay, so where would this line end though? Ugh, leaf. What am I in? And what? Where am I? Get out. Where does that line end? Flowers are the audio logs. Yeah. Or maybe that's not a... Oh, here. That's how it is. I really hate spoilers, so I try really hard not to. Yeah, see, I have a I know a lot of people really, really hate spoilers. I don't mind them so much, or at least I don't mind them so much with books and movies. Um, there are some things in games that I'm really glad I figured out on my own. Is that it, or is there more? Oh, there's one more. Okay. Um, like there's definitely some things in games that I'm glad I figured out on my own, but there's also some that I didn't because um I watched someone else play it first, and that didn't take away from my enjoyment of it, which I know is a kind of unusual perspective. Um, you love spoilers just on your own terms. Yes, very much so. Um, that's a very good way of putting it. And so then I'm just like, okay, well, I if I were playing this game, I'd like to know this, but you don't like spoilers, so get out of the bush. Um, so I shouldn't say this, and like doing that kind of argument with myself in my head. I've definitely slipped up a couple of times. And by a couple of times, I mean many times. Like I feel like this is a line, but I can't figure out where it ends. Um yeah. Okay, this is always my battle of getting to the other side of that raised panel. Nope, this is the dead end one. That's the dead end. This is the laser. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the temple and come back up that way, since I know I'm capable of doing it that way. No. More down. So funny, now that I've seen this one, like now that I know where it is, it's so obvious. But when you don't know where it is, that took me a good long while to find. Like seriously though, how do you get here from the jungle? Oh, I guess I could have crossed the bridge there. That's fine. Whatever. Wait, does this just lower the panel? No. Fine. Well, I can't see the circle from there. I can't really see the circle from here either, so maybe this was all a fruitless venture. Oh wait, there's the circle. But it's got a chunk out of it. Oh wait, this leaf. Does this leaf help me? Here, leafy, leafy. Maybe. I feel like this leaf is not quite cooperating with me. I put my desk up on risers so that I can like cross my legs under it. But now it's just a little bit high for my arms, so I'm trying to like figure out how to be comfortable. Am I just chasing my tail with this leaf? Is this leaf just not helpful to me at all? Or am I too close to the leaf? Is that it? Ha! Oh, it goes down here. Here we go. Now I gotta go all the way back around to get it. To check how many more there's left. Ugh. Oh, that route would have been so much more faster than what I did. Oopies. Why is it not white? Like, obviously I'm missing one, but which one? I dislike the sneakies in this area. The color contrast is too... What is that? Is that close? Let me... Alt-tab. Too low. Hang on. I need to Alt-tab and then... Rawr. Fine, whatever. I'm pulling you guys over a little bit. Is there one here? Doesn't really look like it. But no, I could see that, like... Is that a sneaky? Yeah, if you have any kind of color blindness, I feel like the witness in general, but this area in particular would be just real hard. The housemate, the one who I was talking about earlier, who introduced me to the game and also I was playing the other night, is really sensitive to different types of sound. And like the bird sounds in this, and then also some other things. Like I want him to do the challenge, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to do the maze. Like I had to turn the sound off because the music was stressing me out. I think he might have to turn the sound off because I think the sound of the walls in the maze are just going to be too much for him, like audio wise. What shape am I missing? Is there one down here? Oh, there is. Okay. What shape is this? So it's up and to the left and then straight down. I feel like it's going to be on this tree again. Like everything else on that side of the obelisk was on the tree. Oh gosh, don't let him run past the bird. Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually told him because he has done the bird area in the past. I told him, like, you are allowed to just Google the solutions for the answers rather than trying to, like, hear all the different tones because, like, you're ethically permitted since you've struggled through it and, like, did it the hard way before. Up and to the left and then straight down. Yeah, I needed my fiance's help for the color puzzles. Yeah. Did I? Oh, there's probably the ending. Yeah, it's a bit mean, and I wish they had a setting for color, like upping and changing the color contrasts because no, I don't want this one. How do... Where was the one I just saw? Here. That would be nice. I wonder if they ever add that. They should, I feel like. Like, they might need people to prompt them to do it, but I feel like they should. Just because, like, even for people who don't have, the various types of color blindness, there's just, like, sometimes it's just hard to see. Or, like, if you have a monitor or a TV that has a weird tinting on it. Mm, but now I'm not able to get up. Huh. How do I get up? That's actually a great idea to get the community behind it. Oh, do I do it like this? Mm, how do I get this ending? I think the community might be receptive to that, to like either creating a mod or like obviously the ideal thing would be to get the game devs to actually create a setting for that. Um, but for the meanwhile, like maybe creating a mod that like puts a filter over especially areas like this. Yeah, there's a sneaky here, but I don't quite. I'm struggling to see how to line it up because this goes like that. And maybe for certain sound puzzles like vibration cues or a visual flash or something. Yeah, I'm all for adding accessibility features in games. I feel like it's getting be- better. Um, but there's still not a lot of it's still not the default to add accessibility options. Oh, do I go like this? Mm, because that feels like a sneaky starter. Ha. Okay, I think that's all of them. Nope, this way. Yay, that's all of them. But no, yeah, having the option to change sound puzzles to vibration cues or to change the color tint is like what's satisfactory. Has a arachnophobia setting because one of the monsters in Satisfactory is giant spiders. And like for some people, I don't mind spiders to the extent that I can't play a game with a spider as an enemy. But I know that for some people and like for some of my friends, that's too much. They can't play those games because they have such severe arachnophobia. Grounded has that too. Yeah. And so having the arachnophobia setting can change them to, something that allows these individuals to still enjoy the game. I think is a really valuable and under how do I get to the next obelisk? Underutilized tool in game dev, a lot of game devs arsenal that I think they should be working on more. Especially, yeah. especially since various forms of colorblindness and various forms of tone deafness and auditory issues are so common. I've been looking while I do other stuff. Thank you for keeping me thank you for looking with me, Shaggy. I appreciate it. Um, I no worries about heading out. Thank you for staying with me for a bit. thank thank you. Um, I appreciate it. I agree. It's something to be improved. It's things like content warnings and colorblind settings and audio settings. Like they're pretty good with like epilepsy warnings, so you'd think it wouldn't be so bad for the other ones. Yeah, bye Shaggy. Okay, so there's these two, which I'm fairly confident are in the swamp, and I have no idea where. Are there any others that I'm missing? Don't think there's any there. Oh, these two like kind of steep arches. Um, Typically colorblind modes in games will either up the contrast, but it's more helpful if they add an element of a shape. You need to distinguish colors for a puzzle. There was some game so how I got into like the concept of streaming was actually through Jacksepticeye, the YouTuber, who he is colorblind, and he did a whole video once about colorblind settings in games, and there was some game, and I forget what it was, and he was talking about how in the settings option it had an option in the settings menu. It had an option for you could say like, what is the danger color, and you could pick the color. And he said it was so helpful because rather than just boosting the contrast or assuming that the dev team knew what colors were most visible for him, he could just assign a color and be like, okay, this is my danger color, this is my, loot color, whatever. It was an interesting little moment. Like the red squares have stars on them, and the greens have circles. Ah, yeah. Though that would be hard with a game like The Witness, just because symbols already have so much meaning. But I definitely think they could do it. Okay, so there's one here, there's one here. This space I'm pretty sure is empty. So that was 2. This is 2 more. That's 3. Are there any on this side? I don't think so. Okay, so there's 4 I'm missing, I think. I think these 2 are in the swamp. Oh no, and then there's the 2 arches, so that's 6. And I do think that this is a sneaky somehow, that these line up in some kind of way. Problem is, I don't know how to make them. I don't know where to stand to make them line up. But I think that this and that, like this is the head and that's the tail. Yeah, that's very true. I bet the best way is to use colors that colorblind people typically don't struggle with because... Yeah, monochromia I think is when you can only see like gray. That's what I would guess from the name. I've seen games though you can set it to... Oh, cool. That's nice of them. To like just pick your specific color issue. Like, and this cloud very helpfully moved itself in to help make that line. So, where be to make that a line? Do I be down here? How do? Ugh. Because here the tree is in the way of the ending. And they're not very well lined up. So like this little puff cloud I assume needs to fill this gap. Mm. Do I need to be up there? Luckily the witness community is very inclusive, and that's good. I'm glad people were able to help you out. So I need to cross the water and be like here, I think maybe. No. Because now that's like closed. It's like it's so almost there. It's so nearly a thing. Do I use the wall as part of it? Then where's the ending? Where do I go for this one? Like, this is the closest to a circle these two clouds have gotten. Like, that's getting less circular. So, how do I do this one? I think that is the ending. So, oh, did my friendly cloud move away? Aww. Did my moving cloud move? Where did my moving cloud go to? So, um, how do I do, like, I feel cheated because I can clearly see the shape. I just can't figure out quite where to be to make it work. Like, going more this way splits up this. And the more back I go, the less they combine. Like, I feel like maybe I use the side of the mountain as part of it. Did my friendly moving flag move away from me? Which flag is my friendly moving flag? Because I feel like it was right there. Also, Zill, your reaction is not encouraging. You're the moving cloud. And you're going that way. What do we know about it? The moving cloud? Um, well, it's roughly rectangular shaped. Um, like horizontal rectangular. And it moves that way, and I assume moves back as well. Like I'm wondering if maybe it's very white. I'm wondering if maybe it's shaping itself into another sneaky over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We froze for a second there. Another thing with inclusivity is this game is only available in English, providing other language narrators would be a benefit. The lecture explains. I mean, if you were paying attention, which I wasn't, maybe the lecture does explain, but like maybe providing subtitles could be nice. Um, did the cloud stop moving? Subtitles in the other languages already in. Even just alternative English dubs, I don't like the voice direction. Okay, I think the cloud is coming back. Maybe. I feel like it's moving slowly, though. But I do think it's coming back. Okay. So it's on a loop. We're gonna have another waiting game, everyone! I really like the voice of one of the female narrators. It's very soothing and a nice, gentle voice. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to a lot of the audio dubs. Uh, um, but I tend to just, generally speaking, I tend to prefer female voices for audio tracks just in general. The one thing I could provide as a headache saver would be roughly where to stand, but all I can remember is around here. I think this cloud needs to somehow notch into there to fill that gap, and then our moving cloud will come in and fill that gap. That's my guess. I'm just kind of going to where the circle is most circular looking. That's what I'm counting on right now. Where is our moving cloud friend? Still quite a ways off. So it's like, okay, I'm guessing that it's counting on this to be circular, and I guess maybe I need to move this a little more forwards? Up a tier. How do I get up a tier? So that person on the Reddit was like, I might make a faster way of travel, and people were like, no! And granted, I was one of them because the speed of travel in this game is very intentional. But also, I do wish there was a more direct route up the mountain. Like, that doesn't seem right at all. Is there an up from... Like, is that a standable place? I think there's a path off to the side up the track here. Okay, let's not sprint. And just, like, hug the wall. I think just before the tree bridge. Okay. Oh, I don't think I ever saw this path before. Oh, that's so exciting. There's probably a cassette tape up here as well then. Oh, and a loose panel puzzle. Hello. Went to my watcher. He's a reasonable guy. Said, sir, will I make it? He said, no, dear, you'll die. Okay. Oh, I was hoping it would, like, snap me. Even with the cloud not quite there yet. I ate all my Doritos from earlier. Oh, is this cloud moving as well? Maybe? Haha! I have completed the, like, main puzzle of the swamp, but I haven't completed... I'm working on the swamp obelisk right now. Like, it's... Ha! There we go. That's very exciting. Also, I never... I was just about to say, I never knew about this path. I bet there's a cassette tape. Can you help me? I'm stuck in the blue basement.
Is the mysterious.
Uh,
It is the fundamental
hang on, let
emotion
me
that stands at the
head that
cradle
way.
of true art and true science. Whoever does not know it and can no longer wonder, no longer marvel, is as good as dead, and his eyes
Also,
are dead.
welcome,
It was the experience of mystery, even if mixed
Yeah,
with
dark blue
fear,
or light blue.
that engendered religion. A knowledge of the existence of something we cannot penetrate.
I'm gonna check
Our
this
perceptions of the
little tree
profoundest
out.
reason and the most radiant
Oh, thank you,
beauty,
Mavici. That's
which
very
only in
kind.
their most primitive forms are accessible to our minds. It is this knowledge
Is my bridge
and
in
this
position?
emotion that constitute true religiosity. In
I don't
this
think it
sense,
is.
and in this alone, I am a deeply religious man. I cannot conceive of a God who rewards and punishes his creatures,
Is there a
or as
shortcut
a
over
will
here?
of the kind that we experience in ourselves. Neither can I, nor would I, want to conceive of an individual that survives his physical death. Let feeble souls from fear or absurd egoism, cherish such thoughts. I am satisfied with the mystery of the eternity of life, and with the awareness and a glimpse of the marvelous structure of the existing world, together with the devoted striving to comprehend a portion, be it ever so tiny, of the reason that manifests itself in nature. Albert Einstein, 1931.
Waiting for the bridge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good question. But they mentioned Mabby mentioned the swamp. A sperm in the clouds, Haman. Yeah, Mabby, are you stuck in the blue basement in the swamp or a blue basement in the desert? Um like in the swamp. Okay. We gotcha. Oops. Come back. And are you stuck in this blue basement or the dark blue basement that's over there? The one on your left. Okay. Okay. I know. I'm gonna go there in just a sec. I just got distracted. Oh, no. I thought that was like a little person or something. It's just a weird texture. Okay. Yes. What are you stuck with, and what kind of assistance do you want? Yeah, that's a good point. It's 3 a.m. I've been at the swamp since 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. What part are you working on? And what do you want from us? Do you want us to, because if my character goes down there, we'll see the, can you go in it, please? All right. Like if you're sure you want to see the answer. I just, like, I've definitely been stuck, and so I know it can be real frustrating, but I also um want to make sure that you're not gonna regret anything. Okay. So trying to, like, it's the green one. Green one. What? What green one? Green screen one. This thing? The right one. These? Okay, yeah. So this is the bridge path. Um, it's the same puzzle as upstairs. It's the bridge path. So are you also having trouble with these puzzles off to the right or off to the left? Okay. Yeah, it's the same. It's got the two solutions as the yellow bridge upstairs. You can have the middle one go to the right or to the left. And so does the pressure plate? Yeah, and so these are pressure plates that will bring the bridge back if you've sent the bridge away and you've gotten stuck. What are we at? We are at 520, 124, and 4. But I don't find the solution for the red one. Maybe you should take a break and get some sleep and come back. I know that I certainly had some times where I was super stuck and couldn't get it, and then had to like take a break and come back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm real close, Alexi. What did you say it was, Zill? It was 523, 524? Um I think it's the stray Doritos that are getting me down, I think. You think you got it? Yeah. 523, 135, 6. What are we at? 523. Okay, so we're missing like 10-ish and 3. Okay. So I know that there's 2 obelisks that aren't finished, obviously. But 2, 6. Oh, but we're at 4. Yes, everything's fine. I had times where I got stuck for hours, then I slept, tried again with a new perspective, got it first try. Same, or even just like taking a break to get, I don't know, like get some food or something, or just do a different part of the puzzle, or part of the game. I know in the town there was one puzzle that I got real stuck with for a real long time. And so I was working on it and working on it and working on it. Couldn't get it. And then I left and worked on some other stuff and came back and I got it immediately. So the red one, I can go on it and take the lift, but I don't know what to do after. The like the red sort of cage platform looking thing. Um Keep looking. Keep looking around. It might not be quite so obvious just yet, but I'm sure you'll get it. And also don't, like, seriously, if you need to take a break, take a break. If you need to, like, go get some sleep or get some food or something. But also just if you need to try a different part of the island, like, sometimes just that's really helpful to be working on a different set of puzzles. I'm just checking, like, since I didn't know about this path. Um, that's not anything, right? That's just a shiny rock. Um, oh, remember like 2 or 3 streams ago when I was saying that I thought there was something to be said with this path? I wonder if this is the angle that I need to find it from. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. I remember, like, it was like maybe a week ago or something that I was like, ooh, this looks like an end point. Where's the beginning point? But I could never get an angle on it. Um, but I'm not sure if I'm getting a better angle on it now either. Uh, Also, this white spot and like that line, I keep going, ooh, sneak. Ah. I'm also suspicious of this. This feels sneaky. Hmm. And since I don't have the Doritos, I'm dipping Pringles in homemade guac. You know, yeah, that doesn't sound half bad, actually. Um, Also, like, so I'm gonna reveal my Americanness. Ranch powder, you can get like dehydrated ranch dressing, and you can mix that with sour cream, and that is real good for like just about any type of chip. Hmm. I feel like being up here is gotta be useful for more than just one sneaky. I don't know actually. One sneaky, one Dorito, and one audio log actually might be just the thing. There's sour cream. Sour cream and onion is one of my favorite flavor combinations. It's so good. Like in chips and crackers and that kind of thing. I'm just clicking indiscriminately now. Like, isn't that a thing? Salt and vinegar is forever one of my favorite. Is forever my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of the flavor of vinegar, so I'm like, I don't mind it, but like, I don't really like pickles because they're just sort of vinegary. I don't really like vinegar chips. Like, it's just um the wrong vinegar balance can ruin it, but when they get it right, it's awesome. I mean, I am down to believe that I've always just been having the wrong type. Um, Sour cream pretzel sounds real good. Yeah, very acidic. Very much so. Same with like, you ate until your tongue bled? Oh God. That sounds horrid. Okay, I feel like I'm chasing my tail here. I'm gonna go look around for some other stuff, but now that I know this path exists, I'll I'll keep it in mind and come back to it. You've done the same with pineapple. What? How are you eating so aggressively that you're bleeding from it? I think the only time I've ever like started bleeding while eating something is when like, I don't know, like the pokey part of a chip gets you just wrong in the gums or something. The acidity of those chips. Oh my goodness. I love pineapple, but never on pizza. I have never tried it on pizza. Um, I know it's very polarizing whether it's appreciated or disliked on pizza, but I have never actually tried it. Some of the chemistry in pineapple dissolves your tongue. Flesh. Ooh, boy. Bromelian, is that the chemical? Okay, so that was the cloud one. The PR in Breaking Bad. Hmm. So there's this one that I just really don't. It feels like a bridge. So, like, it feels like one of the colored light bridges inside of the mountain, maybe? Um, Mabby, are you still there? Like, I don't want to spoil stuff for you. And going to the mountain would be super spoilery if you're not there yet. Um, hmm. Can you get down there? Like, is that a path that's followable? Oh, this. I think I thought that this would be an end point. Maybe. Like, what I want to know is, can you get down there? Hmm. Like, that looks like it should be a walkable path, right? Ah. My mistake. Beyond the periodic table is bromine. Bromelian is the enzyme in pineapples. I have not watched Breaking Bad. Is bromine slash bromelian um relevant? I know functionally the plot is um a chemistry teacher gets cancer and turns to making drugs, possibly to pay for medical bills. Not sure. Um, but that's basically all I know of the plot. Hellman says, "Watch it." I'm trying to remember, like, um, greatest show there has ever been, in my opinion. Like, I'm missing 3 puzzles. I feel like those 3 are gonna be the Dorito puzzles. So I'm trying to think, like, where has there been Doritos that I've missed? It's an amazing show. Haven't finished it yet. Ugh, so many noise. I'll put it on the list. I have I'm so bad at pop culture. I where am I going? I have all kinds of shows that I'm like I these have been highly recommended. I've been told to watch them that I haven't watched yet. So so I'll put it on the list. Okay, and then these flowers also feel like that feels like a line somehow. Oh, and there that feels like a yeah. This is another thing that um my housemate when my housemate was playing, he didn't stand here, he didn't get this. But he was just running this way across and I saw like he was running like this and I saw the bottom of the line and it was like, haha, that's a thing. Fifth season in particular is outstanding. Problem is that American TV shows are so long. Like each season is like 20 episodes. This feels like it might also be a thing somehow. Like I'm gonna guess that's the center. Or maybe that's the center. Like that's a line. There we go. There we go. Oh. Come back. Come back. Come back. Breaking Bad is 63 episodes in total. That's nothing. That's not so bad. My favorite American show just got renewed for another 4 seasons, bringing it to a total of 18. What show is on going for towards 18 seasons? Like I can't even I don't know. I can't even think of what show that might be. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh yeah, that's another one I have not watched, but have heard is very good. Are there any Doritos in here that I missed? It's definitely not a show for everyone. Has some quite dark humor. I don't mind that so much. But good to have the warning. Content warnings are. South Park and The Simpsons have 20 plus and more shows I've never actually watched any of. Like basically when in doubt I have not watched it. When in confidence I probably still have not watched it. Like I tend to watch weird like oddball shows that not that people haven't heard of, but people have heard of and gone like, "Oh, I'm not interested in that." Looking for Doritos. Seeing if maybe there was some in areas that I got to early-ish. And then didn't solve. Because I didn't know how to do Doritos for a long time. Which do you like? So I'm not watching anything really right now. Like I'm not consistently watching anything right now. Um, what shows have I watched recently? I have watched. So I've watched Call the Midwife, which is a BBC show about midwives immediately after, in like a very poor area of London, immediately after World War II. I have watched like some of those cooking spoof shows, like Nailed It and Sugar Rush and stuff like that. Um, I have watched Making of a Murderer, and that spun me off into like a whole host of like. There's a show called Murder Among the Mormons, which is about a series of car bombings that happened in Utah in the US in like the 70s, um, surrounding the Church of the Latter-day Saints. And so like I got sort of into like crime procedurals from that. Um, I watch a lot of like naturey things. I watch a lot of sci-fi things. I'm like what was it called? Lock and Key. That was good. Are there any Doritos? Like I'm looking to see if there's any Doritos that I've missed. But I also tend not to like once I've watched a show, I've watched it and then I don't really revisit it. So I'm just sort of like listing things that I've watched recently. Um, have you checked the lake for Doritos? Not recently. I should do that. How does it indicate whether you found a Dorito or not? Or are they just the presence of leaves and then you have to check to see whether you've gotten it or not? Oh, it's sunk or it's like dark. So I think that's one I got. Okay, so it's a sunken Dorito. The leaves turn dark brown once found. Okay, good to know. And by found, I assume you mean solved. So that one's solved. And that one's solved. Oh my goodness. So many audio recordings. Always Sunny is about 5 of the absolute worst psychotic people running a bar together, so you can imagine the situations aren't always sunshine and rainbows. That's fair. You know, really what ends up happening is if my housemates are watching a thing, I will come and sit with them and then usually get sucked into it. And so then we'll finish it together. And then I kind of forget about it. Which also tends to mean that I often miss the first episode of shows. So, or at least miss the first part of it. Orphan Black, that was a good one. Well, the first couple of seasons were really good. And then it got kind of weird and I stopped watching. Okay, those two. 1, 2, those are done. You're done. So many flowers. I succeeded. I had to re. Oh no! Oh no, there was a glitch that was preventing you? Oh, Mabichi, that sucks. I'm sorry that you were dealing with that. I imagine that was incredibly frustrating for you, but I'm glad you got it fixed. I'm glad it started working for you again. I don't feel like I have seen any. Oh, there's one. Hmm. But I feel like that's the only one I see. Get up. Get! Was that a thing? No. I was like, that's suspiciously circular. No, it's just a circle. So that's kind of the only one I see, though. Okay, to the boat, so that I can figure out where that is, roughly. This is not to the boat. This is the wrong direction entirely. I keep wanting that to be a sneaky, and it keeps not being one. Arise, my precious. I summon thee from the depths. So, for several hours of play, I did not realize that you could summon the boat from anywhere, and so I thought that, like, if you left the boat here and then went herring off on foot, if you wanted the boat again, you'd have to come back here. And I lost my boat somewhere. I couldn't figure out where it was. No, I don't want you to snap. Okay. So I think it's around here-ish then. So let's check around the quarry. I haven't been in the quarry in a while, actually. I probably missed a lot of stuff. Like, that's a place that I would put, like, a cassette recording or something. I want to say like, here, fishy, 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 or something for the Doritos. But here, Dorito, Dorito, Dorito just doesn't quite roll off the tongue. There are a couple of panels in the caves that are commonly missed. Might be worth checking there. Which caves? The like, not Doritos though, other types of panels. Well, I did see that there's at least one Dorito missing. So let's try that, and then I'll look in the caves in a minute. Yeah. Ah! Okay. Also, I want to check, the door under the desert over here. Because I know there is a Dorito panel, but I don't remember if I got it or not. Dorito! Whoops. I missed the stairs. Yeah, because it kind of did look like the lake made it seem like there maybe wasn't any others. I don't remember if I knew how to do Doritos. I do. Cool. I wasn't sure if I remembered how to do Doritos when I found that one or not. Audio log? Okay. I'll probably check the caves next. So, spoiler alert warning to any watching. I am shortly going to go, shortly being like I'm going to run there now. I am going to go into a super, super late game area. I highly recommend that if you have not done all the lasers yet, while I appreciate you watching my channel, if you have not yet done all the lasers, I think you should probably stop watching because I'm going to do a super spoilery thing. And I don't want anyone to miss out on that. So yes. Spoiler alert, if you have not completed all of the lasers yet, it is probably within your own best interest to run into a pillar. To stop watching now. Whoops. Navigation! My own shadow scared me for a second. I was like, who's that person? Oh no, it's fine. It's nothing. Nothing's happening. Nothing matters. I'm just suddenly, like, second guessing myself with the windmill. Okay, cool. Um... Nope, wrong way. I will go check out a super spoilery late game area if I can remember how to navigate my way there. Ooh. Also, it sounds like my housemates are maybe having dinner, so I might... Nope. I might sign off soon. Okay. Anyone who is still watching, if you have not completed the lasers, now is the time to leave. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do not have all of the lasers lit, leave now. Or, you know, be warned. Spoilers happening now. Okay. These are all puzzles that I've done many a time. I'm just checking out corners now, just to be sure. Like, nothing else in here. Nothing else here. I feel like I've gotten most of this area, though. Like, that's not... Oh, maybe that was it. Cool, so I'm one away then. Does solving it the other way count? Was that all of it? No. That one. I've done that one at least. Oops. Forgot to move my hand to the new position. Some are silly mandatory like the elevators here. Yeah. What am I watching? That wasn't it. I had to ask the Discord when I got to 522. I mean, I may end up doing that. These elevators were your final two? Yours was a dumb one similar to the elevators? Yeah, I feel like these like panel ones were pretty good at spotting. and solving. But yeah, those weird random like doors. Um, Especially doors that like we opened from one side. With one left, it's likely a Dorito, maybe. Maybe. Where are all the Doritos, though? Like... Got you. Do you have an other side? You can look at the lake for Doritos. Yeah, I just was at the lake not too long ago, though. That's... And I think there was only one that I had there was only one that jumped out as me as like a floating leaf and not a sunken leaf. And I got it. It was on top of the stone place. I mean, we can go back to the lake and let's go back to the lake and take another look. And nope, this way. Also, the ending is a puzzle if you haven't done that. I've done both endings. Am I going the wrong way? I think I am. I appreciate... Hang on. Let me alt tab. Vasher. Sorry, your name was cut off for my view. I had something over it. I appreciate the tips. I'm gonna check the lake now and see if I maybe missed a leaf. Because... I think... I did check the lake earlier, but I absolutely could have missed something. That's just a reflection. Like that was the one I was missing, but I just got it a few minutes ago. Is it maybe something in the middle that like is hard to see from the edges? The one that got you stuck was the elevator from the first ending. But I did that one, didn't I? Like, yeah, I did the flying elevator. Maybe, not sure. I mean, I could certainly check it out. Harmon, you think you know which it is? Can you give me a nudge? Go to the elevator, close it. Oh. What's the best way to the elevator from here? How do I get into the windmill? No worries at all. I appreciate it. Marcos, hi! Welcome! Once again, if any new people joined um, in the last like 10 minutes or so when I gave my last warning, going into a super spoilery area. Be warned. Holman, I don't mind that. That's the type of clear woods. Just like I've done it. I don't mind being just straight up told to do that kind of thing. I feel like I don't know if this is the most direct route. Last chance, super spoiler area. Super late game spoiler area. If you have not completed all of the lasers, look away now. I am going into a very spoilery late game area. Letting the lag happen. If you have not completed all lasers, this is a bad time to join and you should look away. Alright. This is probably not the most... yeah, as I did this, I was like, oh, this is probably not actually the best route for it. I just am so... I've been doing that route so many times. How do I get to the elevator from here? Not this way. Is that a not turned on panel? How do I get there? Oops. Marcos, thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Oh, man, that drug panel is done? Okay. Good to know. Yeah, as I started running this route, I realized that this is probably the least convenient route. There is one fewer convenient routes I could have chosen. Ooh, is it this door, maybe? No. I thought it. Uh-oh. I scared myself for a second there. I hit new game instead of load and gave myself a mini heart attack. Okay. Close the door. And then reopen the door. Nope, that's not it. Is there like a Dorito hidden over here? Like, it's probably something stupidly obvious and that we're just not thinking of. And I got all of these, right? Got you. Got you. I'm fairly sure I got the pink one. With its slow descent. I know this is deactivated right now, but I did turn it on to go through the door. And I don't want to figure out what it is right now either. Did I maybe not? No, I've taken the elevator up and down. This elevator up and down. Did you find the audio logs here? The like meta ones, like the sandwich and stuff? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm still missing some, but I found some of them. I know there was a Dorito. There's this Dorito. Are there any other Doritos? Because that was the Dorito that taught me. I mean, I had already had a theory. Oh. Am I not capable of going out this way right now? Because of bridge shenanigans? Well, that's annoying. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't remember where I'm supposed to be. God, I wish this elevator was a little bit faster. I'm probably gonna sign off soonish and go see what my housemates are up to. So I'm like weirdly trapped here right now. Got that door open. We triggered the up. All these are good. We got you. Because you're not green. Might be worth checking the optional exits from the swamp area. Yeah? Got you. Are you the swamp area? Got you. Don't want to deal with that whole thing right now. Can't even really. Cool, cool, cool. And I think I've done the boat too. Is it one of those weird things where maybe I need to summon the boat from all of the possible docks? Like, could that be it? Or does solving the boat once count as solving all of the boats? I mean, might as well do a quick boat summoning and killing. You only need to call the boat once from anywhere. Okay, so that's not the issue. Um, I do think, I do think you guys might be right that it's probably a Dorito somewhere, but I don't know. I ran around the lake, and it looked like maybe you missed the puzzle in the purple area of the swamp, like the rotating bridge. That one, or is there a solo puzzle? There's an optional panel in the toilet room below the desert temple. You mean the water flooding area? I think I maybe got that one. Not the bridge, the one. This one? Or that one? This, like, pink purple or the dark purple? I mean, I can spin the bridge to be accessible for both. The pink purple one. Okay. As opposed to the indigo purple one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember doing a puzzle there. I also don't specifically remember if I forgot. So that is a good suggestion. I appreciate it, and let's go check it out. No puzzle here. No, this one's solved. And I'm fairly sure I got both of those sneakies as well. And I got that audio log. These are all good. These are all good. I've solved you a couple of times. Optional exits by the monastery? Sure, let's boat over there. Wait, actually, boating is probably gonna take a while, isn't it? It's probably just faster to run. Like, where's the monastery? Where are we and where's the monastery? We're here. Monastery's here. Yeah, it's just faster to run. Stupid slow-moving bridge. Hi, Linguini. Yes, I did complete the the monastery is the tree temple, right? And so its obelisk is the one that's like just inside the jungle. Yeah, that one's white. Yeah. So we've got the tree temple / jungle obelisk, the treehouse / castle obelisk, and the desert / glass factory obelisk. Those are all white. And then the orange trees, the mountain path one is still black. What do you mean by alternate exits? What optional exits? Oh, whoops. Oh! So you guys get a surprise snake because one of my snakes, her cage latch is broken and her cage is normally duct taped shut, but I cleaned their cages today and forgot to duct tape it, and so she escaped. And is now climbing among all of the crap on my desk. Hang on. Fight with the snake happening. Ugh. This is Capellini. Yep, and she totally got her cage open. You can be there. Where I can feel where you are and know if you're getting up to mischief. Theoretically. The Zen Garden. Got this. And I've got this. So those are both open. Yeah, so people who were here earlier, Linguini is my gray and black snake. And she has a color morph pattern called, I'm suddenly blanking whether it's... I think she's anithristic. There's a third door through there. And this is Capellini, and she is urethristic. Door 1, door 2. There's a third door? Do these, like, fold down or something? Where would a third door be? Go through door 2. That's this one? Okay. And I've done that. Okay, with lag, left and right. Where's your head? In my ponytail. That's fine. Yeah, I got that one. Where are you? Where are you going? Go through my headphones. Yeah, got you. Did you get both panels of the castle laser? Yes. I am fairly certain that I got them both. This silky tree kind of felt like, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, it kind of felt like it might be a thing. You're trying to get 100% of the panels? Yeah, I am. Got you. And got you. Yeah, I got them both. Like, I wasn't initially. But then when I realized that I was at, like, 520 or something, or 510, I don't remember when exactly I decided. I was like, oh, I'm so close, I might as well. The stairs in the quarry? Nope, those are down. Yeah, those... I did almost miss those. The room in the desert. Okay. There's this Dorito panel in there. Ah, I always do this. I always think that's a path, and it's not. Because this is the path that I think it is. Yeah, stairs are done. Okay, what are you doing? whatever. Why did I come up here? These are the wrong stairs. Okay, this is... I can feel your muscles moving. Hang on. Let go. Oh no. Now she's gone through some headphones. Not headphones, hair ties that I have hooked on my on part of my desk. Ah, jeez. Where's the Dorito in here? Like, I got this panel. I've done that one. I know it's not lit right now, but I've done it. Hang on. You are trouble. You know that? Hang on, I need to I need to grab some duct tape and put her properly in her cage because she's being all kinds of squirmy. Right now. That's an optional panel, you got it. I did do it though. Yeah, oh, that's what you mean when you say I got it. Yeah. I ungot it because I thought it might affect the light. It's in the castle courtyard. By castle courtyard, you mean where I just was with all of the garden mazes? Hang on, hang on. I need to... One moment. I'm going to take my headphones off. I'm going to put her away. I'm going to grab some duct tape. I'll be right back. Hang on. Be right back. Sorry about that. Should be back. I did mute when I got up, and then I forgot to unmute. So basically what I was saying is I'll check for the Dorito in the castle courtyard. Audio's good now, good. Thank you. I'll check for the Dorito in the castle courtyard, and then I will probably call it a night. My housemates are cooking for Passover and want assistance. And also, like, just running around randomly. Maybe we come back tomorrow with, like, fresh eyes and have a better sense of where things are. I mean, I still have several sneakies to find, so I'll be back tomorrow anyway. What time? I'll actually probably, whoops, I'll probably actually come in tomorrow earlier than normal. Because we're doing Passover stuff tomorrow. So, courtyard with the two blue L shapes. This one? Is this the one you're talking about? Two blue L shapes. Like, these are L shapes. Yes, in here. Okay. There's a Dorito in here? Is it on this level? Or is it, like, low? I see no Doritos. Like, is it down below? I just passed it. On the pillar. Oh, yes. Got that one. But thank you. I appreciate the help in finding it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here for the night. We're at 3.5 hours, so it's about time anyway. I greatly appreciate everyone watching, all of your assistance. Like, we did get 1 away here and like 10 away here. So that's very helpful. That's very kind of you all. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for the watching, and thank you for the well wishes. I do appreciate it. If any of you all are celebrating Passover this weekend, I hope you have a good meal as well. Also, Easter is very, very soon. If anyone is doing Easter, I hope you have a good one. I will be back tomorrow probably at like 2 p.m. Pacific time rather than 4 because of Passover stuff. But I hope to see you all there, and I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you so much. Deja, thank you. You as well. Thank you, Marcos, Mabchi, and Michelle, and Alexi, and Gracie also for the follows today. And thank you, Homan, for the raid. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Good night, all, if it's night for you. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.